Okay, I think we're just about ready.
Okay, both players hit. All right,
Okay,
let's
cool.
hop into game one here, guys.
All right, only 12 minutes delay.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
You guys want to hit the intros for this first one?
Sure, Vulnox gonna start.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so this is our 5th Crucible. It's like a semi-weekly.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys casting and streaming. All right, and in the upper left-hand corner, the red Protoss from Team Legion, it's Dave Testa.
Dave Testa.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Charmander in all caps, representing his own clan, Char. The Pink Terran. I think he's Charmander's. I think he's a newcomer to the Cauldron and the Crucible. I don't think I've seen him around before, so we'll see what his playstyle is. I think anyone who's been around for a bit knows Dave's playstyle.
Yeah. Interested to see what Testa's gonna try to pull out here.
Since there is no delay, I feel bad saying what Dave's playstyle is.
I thought we were.
I'm kidding.
Wow. Look. Oh, I think Charmander knows. Look at this scouting from his SCV. He's very concerned.
Yeah, Charmander might know Dave. We did advertise this pretty heavily in Legion's Discord, so he might be here from Legion.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he's very suspicious. Wow. Is that Nexus?
Yeah, Dave's slapping down the Nexus here. Way early.
And then double gas
What's
before Cyber.
SCV pokes around looking for the proxy. And the CC goes down on the low ground.
Yeah, also an early expand from Charmander, right? It's before you can even get a Reaper out. So both players going for pretty economically cheesy builds. We'll see how they progress.
Charmander opting for Marines instead of a Reaper here.
Yeah, and Dave got supply blocked like really early on, and he just made 2 pylons, making 2 more. Or no, I guess his Nexus popped into 2 pylons, but so he's a bit behind on the probes for where you want to be at this point. But it's not too big.
I mean, if you factor in the cigarettes, Dave has like 500 APM.
True. So we got a concussive shell start. I think is that pretty normal in a TVP? Do you see concussive shell? I thought you usually see concussive shell if you go like 2-racks Marauder.
Right.
Otherwise you start with stim and on the second one you get concussive. Because this is a pretty early concussive shell. And he's moving across the map with couple units.
And Charmander's also going to see that Dave has opted to go for Robotech here.
Yeah, there's just an SCV chilling.
Yeah. Okay, Dave sees it now. So what are these Marines going to find when they get here? Just 2 Marines and a Marauder. Against a Stalker.
And also the customs finish that. It's not forfeit.
Good trade there for Charmander.
Could have pulled back one Marine, but yeah. Oh, second Stalker is gonna pinch them coming back.
Wow, look at these pros.
Way away from home.
They're in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the last Marine gets picked off.
unfortunately, we got Charmander floating a bit of money. Not really macroing during his little push. Wow, and that's a very, very early third. Dave is full on with economic cheese. I mean, I think it's good. He deflected an attack, and you expand. I feel like that's like a reactive Zerg thing to do, you know? You're allowed to drone when you stop a
Right.
push. And it's like, if you kill workers, then you build army. If you kill army, you build workers. So Dave, playing a bit like a Zerg, taking that really early expand after you stop the push. And I think he's safe doing so.
As Twilight's going to finish up, he gets an Observer out. So this could be a fully macro Dave Testa here.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
Now he does have a Prism over here across the map in the dead airspace. He's got 3 Stalkers.
Yeah, double Forge coming out for Dave. He's just going to macro it up, and I think Charmander, he could have waited a bit more for some more units. And then I think that attack would have done quite well if he committed a little more. But he's falling a little behind in the macro here.
Charge on the way for Protoss. Observer here at the front of the Terran base.
Oh, when will is Dave gonna get back to this drop? It's just sitting. Oh, okay, here we
Right.
go. 3 Stalkers.
Prism's going to move in. And
Like
Zealots
some good
kind of left the
harass.
parish there, but still, good harass from Dave. 4 SCVs go down.
Yeah, alright, that's fine. We'll see what Dave's AoE of choice is. I think is it gonna be Storm? He hasn't archived, but he hasn't researched Storm yet. But usually, you do need some AoE as Protoss. It's kind of up to you when you want to go.
Dave
Disruptors.
slapping down the 4th Nexus.
Oh, man,
This is
I love
beautiful. Honestly, I'm hyped. This is great.
I think he's really playing off his, everyone knows.
Yeah,
how
I
he's
think
playing.
he's subverting the expectation from his reputation right now. For
I
real.
love it. I love it.
Maybe he's a changed man.
There's no DT Shrine. Instead, getting Storm.
Yeah, he's still a little behind on this Storm from where he could have, but I don't think it really matters.
And Dave's got a 20 worker lead right now, as we do see some tanks and some bio coming up here to secure this 3rd base for Charmander.
Yeah, Charmander has a significant army supply lead, but he's just gonna get outscaled. He's almost 30 workers down. Terran does have mules, but that's still a little further behind than you want to be.
I kept wondering if this SCV chilling in the bottom left corner of the map was here to do something, but I think it's just kind of hanging out.
No, that was the one that was chasing the scouting probe, and he eventually killed the scouting probe, so his job is done. He's earned his rest. Oh, and a 5th for Dave.
My God.
This is dirty.
Testa just
This is-
expanding every minute and a half of this game. Armory's about to finish up here for Terran.
And he's getting thermal lance.
Yeah, he's expanding faster than a Zerg normally does. It's crazy. He's up at 82 probes, still making more. I feel like he should probably stop soon.
I think Dave might be unstoppable.
Maybe.
Charmander needs to do something about this, because Testa is going to get fully out of hand here in the next minute or 2.
Yeah, Charmander's only seen 3 bases from Dave. He hasn't even seen. Wait, Dave took triangle first, right? I think he took
Actually, I think he... Actually, I already forgot.
He took triangle first, I think, looking at the mineral counts. So yeah, Charmander never saw Dave's 3rd, And he thinks Dave's 4th is his 3rd.
Dave's got the second Robo online now as well, and 9 gateways backing it up. 6 barracks on the field for Charmander.
Yeah, this is gonna be really rough as Charmander.
Plus, Charmander's mostly making Marines, and that's exactly what Dave is countering right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, double Robo is big. You see Dave. This is the latest Dark Shrine I've ever seen Dave get. But yeah, I think like what Dave can do is he's just gonna max out and then hit with a bunch of Colossus.
Yeah, I think so too. No, now that Charmander has seen that it's Colossus tech, though, what's his response going to be? Is he going to try to do
Oh my god.
some drop play?
Dave take.
Oh my god, Testa!
3 more bases.
This man is a plague consuming this map. Unbelievable. He's got High Templar and Colossus. So much AoE damage available for Testa right now. He's got DT Blink on the way, plus 3 ground weapons and regular Blink. 2 Colossus produced at a time.
Yeah, and he's gonna be able to remax like instantly. Once he maxes, he's gonna start building. He should go attack. He's gonna start building up the bank. And like this, like I think Charmander is playing really well if this were a standard game, but he doesn't know it's not a standard game.
Yeah. He's letting Testa get away with this so far. Another Nexus goes down. Testa has 9 Nexus currently coming up. This is crazy. Okay.
The army's starting to move across the map. Oh, this is funny. Charmander just scans like, oh, okay, you have a 4th now. No. Dave has like 8 bases.
And
Oh, Dave actually has 9 bases.
he's also setting up a ring of pylons. Is this just going to be all shield batteries? What do you think when you scan and you see this? Okay, well.
I think there's probably some weird stuff, like you summon the fathership, not the mothership, but the fathership.
And Testa moves in. Bio stems. Vikings coming forward, trying to get these Colossus. So many storms! Annihilating the Bio. 75. Oh my god, the army supplies.
Dave needs to orbit gateway units.
These Colossus are exposed. Disruptor shot whiffs. And Tank's doing a lot of damage to these Colossus right now. DT's getting some work done.
Storm? That was not a good fight for Dave. You really need a War Prism in that to work with some additional gateway units. Save attacking. I think with the economic plan,
Disruptor gets picked up. DT's in. Oh my god. Dave Testa takes game 1.
that is the dirtiest economic cheese I've ever
The
seen.
9 Nexus Protoss at 10 minutes. Unbelievable. GG's.
You know, Dave, I'm disappointed, Dave. There was still 1 empty base. He didn't take it. He could have had 10 in 10 minutes.
Whew.
That was
That was a
entertaining game.
great start to this tournament, I think. Wow.
And like I think Charmander played really well. I think the initial attack, he either shouldn't have committed with his like few number of units, or should have brought more. But besides that, I think Charmander played great if his opponent was playing standard and not this insane macro cheese.
Right? I was fully expecting a 2-base all-in from Dave, and then he just kept building Nexus.
Oh, I was convinced it was going to be proxy DT. Or proxy
Well,
Void Ray.
maybe this next game.
Yeah, maybe we'll see both sides of the coin here.
Did we pick a map 2 already? Did that happen?
I think Vulnox said Lightshade or Jag.
Um,
Or okay, sure, we can have Charmander.
okay,
pick.
Charmander's going to say Pillars. Okay, great. Let's do that.
So Flapjack, what do you think about what do you look for in a map in a PvT? Because I feel like I only know, kind of what I look for in ZVP and ZVT, but don't really know the Protoss versus Terran matchup that well in terms of maps.
Hang on, let me get this. I look for how much dead airspace there is, if they're able to park flying units behind my main mineral line, and like Reaper jump points, stuff like that.
Okay, so would you say Pillars is a better Terran map that Charmander chose?
I couldn't tell you for sure because I veto this map, so I actually don't play on this very often. Because I don't like this map in PvZ. Okay, we got readies up from both people. Races are correct. Okay, cool. Let's head into game 2.
Yeah, I do think Pillars is probably the best Zerg map in the pool currently.
Yeah, I don't like... I feel like securing even just your natural with the way that the ramp is on this, I think it's a little bit wider. And for some reason, or rather maybe for some reason, I have like a mental block where I screw up my wall every time.
Yeah, I think with the ramp, you have to be like hex perfect. Anyway, starting in the bottom left-hand corner, down 0-1 in the series, we have our pink Terran, Charmander.
And his opponent, in the top right, the man who can smoke a cigarette in one drag, up 1-0. It's the legend himself, Dave Testa.
I'm really curious to see what builds they're gonna choose.
Well, I was talking to Dave yesterday, and he's been getting some coaching from a StarCraft 2 pro. Nina has been giving him some coaching. So maybe that's affected his playstyle a little bit?
I don't know, this probe looks suspicious.
Yeah, is this a max packs? Well, no, not exactly.
No, he's a gate at home.
I would like to see. I was gonna say I would like to see Charmander open with a Reaper if he's gonna expand how he did last game, just to get a better idea of what Test is doing.
Yeah, he's not though. Like he's only got 1 in gas. Normally, you build a barracks then gas, and once you fully saturate it, you'll have just enough gas for a Reaper right as your barracks finishes.
Did he see the pylon? He just barely didn't see the pylon.
Oh.
And he was looking for it. Ouch. Okay.
Well, was he looking for it? Is he just following this probe?
Well, he poked over to the third base and he didn't see it. Now Dave's got another probe heading across the map back towards this pylon.
Yeah, I think besides the proxy pylon, Dave looks like he's playing fairly standard.
Yeah, he's got this...
Another fast CC for Charmander.
And he is going to get a Reaper here.
Right, but you see it's late though. Like Dave yeah, is gonna have that stalker. You could have had the stalker a little bit ago. Oh, he's not. He's going adept first. So yeah, with the Reaper just kind of guarding the ramp, it's not real. You really want to scout with this Reaper and maybe get a probe or 2.
Yeah, I mean he has this
before the stalker.
He has this SCV shift clicked all over the place looking for proxies. The Reaper runs right by the proxy gateway, just barely doesn't see it. So
Man.
Charmander's still in the dark about Testa's plan here.
See a Twilight Council.
Hey, Reaper's gonna hop up, be greeted by an Adept. Decides to fight the Adept and gets bopped.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
And there's...
I mean, he does see what he needs to see, besides the proxy. I guess the Reaper does its job, but he could have got a little more value out of it.
Dave has a second proxy pylon, just staggered a little bit back from the first one. Warp gate's about 3/4 of the way done. What's Dave doing here? Is this going to be a DT shrine hidden in the corner? Yup, it sure is. Testa.
Back to his old ways.
Yeah, all is well. Dave is still the player we know him as.
Sorry about my absence. A little bit of a bracket drama,
Oh, all
Oh.
good.
but you're all
No
good. You're all
worries.
good.
Okay, so Adept's gonna shade in, sees a couple Marines. The door is open.
Oh, I just noticed Charmander's little clan tag thing. He actually has like a Charmander.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cute.
That's fun. Bit of lost mining time here for Terran.
Yeah, this is huge.
This mule just sitting here not doing anything. That hurts. Good harass from Testa, and he's gonna get away with this Adept. Yep.
Wow.
Testa's looking strong. Let's see what Charmander can do to try to remedy this situation. He's making Marauders. He's got 3 racks, factory on the way.
His saturation's a little messed up though after that harass, which is. not
Yeah, we
great.
got an idle SCV here. There's nobody in gas. That could be a problem. And the
Okay.
DTs are warping in. What kind of detection do we have here? Neither CC is able to scan at this moment.
Oh, this is gonna.
There's
be
no engineering bay. There's no turrets. And here come the DTs. The door is open. He splits one off to hit the guys at the natural.
split.
And this is about to be pain. 10 seconds away from a scan. 10
Oh,
SCVs
yeah,
dead.
this
12
is
SCVs
rough.
dead. Dave, Testa. Oh,
Whoa! No GG.
no GG.
No GG.
Testa takes it 2-0. Damn. Macro God
Testa's
into
in.
DT cheese.
I don't even say that's a macro. That's definitely a macro cheese. And we got Charmander, a little salty. His fire got put out. Yeah, that was a pretty good series by Dave. And I think Charmander played great in game 1.
I do too.
He just needed to scout more.
Yeah, the map control was the issue, I think, and also he got unlucky in the second one. There were 2 separate times where literally just a hair closer, and he would have seen the proxy and would have gotten a better idea about what was up, but he just missed it. So.
Yeah.
Youch. Okay, so what else do we got? Who's next? Is there a game we can hop into?
Yeah, so we can do Mitchie versus
Is it
Liquid,
Fate?
Yeah.
Okay. See you soon, Dave. So we're gonna kick Dave out. And let's find our players.
Okay.
It was Liquid Fate. Oh, Liquid Fate and Mitchie are actually already in game, it looks like. Mitchie being Schlong McGee.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I thought he said. Oh, all right. Let's see who else we can get. We can get Dave's next game, or
We can just ask. I think it'd be good to cast a variety if we got games ready. It says no, Schlong, McGee, and Fate. Yeah, they can.
Oh wait, no, yeah, they are. Okay. I was gonna say. I thought he just messaged me about. Here we go.
Yeah, you add them, and make sure to do WCS.
Got it.
Yep. Nice. All right, cool.
Sweet, and they know the map order already.
Oh yeah. What's the? Oh, here it is. It's Romanticide. Light. Okay, cool. So Romanticide for game 1. Sweet. Let's do it. Oh, we got a ZVZ? Okay.
That's exciting. I feel like we haven't cast the ZVZ in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't. I think we avoid it.
Why do we avoid it?
I don't know. It's a good
Okay,
question.
everyone's ready. We're going to hop into this game. Let's go.
I think, to be honest, the only matchup I try to avoid is
Oh,
TVT,
God, me too.
It could take a while.
TVT is so brutal, man. I don't know how to play it. I don't know how to cast it.
I mean, I loved watching Mario versus TY. That finals was, I think, one of the best finals ever.
Agreed, but I feel like that's an exception to the rule.
Oh, definitely. Most of the time, TVT is either some build order cheese,
Or
build order win,
a
or
slow,
some proxy stuff.
drawn
Yeah, or
out,
just a slow,
positional
slowest tank game
siege
ever.
tank Viking fight. So
But yeah, I think.
I was gonna say I got to cast a couple of Schlong's games last night, so I'm interested to see what he's gonna do in a ZVZ here. He's not afraid to forego the roaches and rely on Ling Bane in this matchup, so he likes to be aggressive. Liquid Fate, though, I don't know his play style. Have you guys casted their games?
No, I think he's a relative newcomer to the Crucible and Cauldron. But yeah, all newcomers, welcome to stick around. I think Vulnox runs a more ongoing tournament called the Cauldron. It's really fun.
Which I think I just got knocked out of. Thank you, Vulnox, for 2-0ing me again.
Well, I think in Insane Vulpine, who's also in this tournament, kind of returned the favor. I think I'm also going to get knocked out. It depends, though.
I hope this game loads.
Yeah, me too.
It's taking a while.
I was going to say, Hope is a caster. He actually casted the very first Cauldron that we did.
Oh, cool.
And then he kind of took a break.
Hope or Fate?
Hope it's the same person.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes by Hope. I'm on Legion, he goes by Hope.
All right, so guys, we got another best of 3 here for you. ZVZ in the top left-hand corner. Some know him as Mitchy Tommy Poo Poo. Some know him as Schlong McGee, representing Guns and Roaches.
In the bottom right-hand corner from Alpha X. That's what, their B team? We have Liquid Fate, representing the green Zerg. Or the purple Zerg, sorry. I had the ally colors on.
Okay, Schlong McGee taking the hatch on 14 here.
Yeah, usually a little inefficient, I would say.
I think the only, you would know this better. I do this sometimes too, but the only idea being that I can get creep up so I can get a wall off a little bit earlier. But I don't know if that's actually, a smart move.
I don't think that's good because, right, you have to sacrifice drones to build buildings, and I think it just hurts your economy too much to get, that early of a wall. I think the only time you occasionally will see, a 14 hatch, you see it sometimes in ZVP if they want to avoid the hatch block.
But you would say it's probably a bad idea in a ZVZ?
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop doing that. I have to find a better way to stop the Ling Floods, I guess. Okay, so Schlong... Okay, is he going to do this again? Okay, this is... He did this last night, and I asked him about it. I was like, was this supposed to be a spine? What's the idea? And he said, no, if my opponent opens standard, this spore will kill his overlord that pops out. But it looks like... It's been spotted, so...
You can always just change the rally.
And as he has to there, exactly. This is what he was trying... Oh my god. Honestly, though, this is like a 3,000 IQ move. This is crazy. What a weird harass, right?
Wow, is this
This super creative. I've never seen that.
I just think it sacrifices too much.
Yeah, he's gonna get foiled. I guess I just appreciate the novelty of trying to do that. It's so... What a weird way to think about playing the game. So cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. And he's pulling up lings. I don't think Liquid Fate has scouted this. He was, you know, maybe it's just a distraction. You know, the spore
Yeah, it's like a
kind of makes you think about
bit of
other
a mind
things.
game. Meanwhile, we got quite a few lings streaming across the middle of the map here for Schlong McGee. Ling speed's about to kick in 10 seconds. Liquid Fate on defense. I mean, he's got a queen. He's trying to get a couple spines up. He's only got 8 lings at the front, though. And now that speed is kicked in...
He does evacuate his drones. But, so, what Sean McGee will want to do is, yeah, if he has enough, he can break it, or he can just kill it.
Gets the surround, kills the second queen. GG is called. That was fast. 3 minutes, 35 seconds. And Schlong McGee with a Ling Flood. Gonna take game 1.
Yeah, I think it's a good distraction, that spore.
Interesting play there out of Schlong. Okay, so it looks like Light Shade is map number 2. So I'm going to turn up your guys' volume in the Discord just a pinch.
I think the biggest thing for Liquid Fate there is he didn't pull out of gas, and he didn't do anything with the gas that he did mine, right? Because after getting Ling Speed, he ended that game with almost 200 gas. Like, if you're gonna stay in, usually you take a Bane Nest, right? So you keep 3 in gas if you want to go aggressive Banes, 2 in gas for defensive Banes typically.
Liquid
But you want to be getting a third.
Liquid Fate saying, that was a bit rude. Both players are ready. We're going to hop into game 2.
Legendary's asking if they can go now, or do you want to wait for them?
Oh no, yeah, they can go. I saw that. Thanks.
I turned you up.
Sorry.
Turned you up too loud. Whoops. Fixing it. Okay, cool.
I'm excited to see if Shangmi is gonna open the same way. Like, I think it's definitely a good way to throw people off, and I think throwing people off their plan is super beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in like a best of series.
100% agree. Doing things that are unusual, switching up the play style, throwing them off their game. And that's what this man did in the last game here. In the top left, our yellow Zerg player, it is Schlong McGee. Up 1-0.
We got a 14 gas here. It looks like a little bit of an inefficient extractor. I thought it was going to be a cheese. But we have Liquid Fate. Looks like going for a 15 pull.
Okay.
But yeah, he's down 0-1 in the series. Just got to pull it back.
I need to get a little aggressive here. Let's see what happens. Schlong McGee also going to throw down the pool before expanding.
Yeah, so if you ever see pull before gas, it's usually you're just trying to be safe. Gas before pool, you want to put on a bit of pressure. And that applies to if you're going hatch first or not. Because going like 16 hatch, 16 pool, and then like 17 or 18 gas, you're a lot safer against like 12 pull drone pull or 13-12. Maybe a little weaker against just a regular like macro 12 pull. But definitely those are some really hard builds to hold in Diamond. So you will see a lot of people go pool before gas and choose not to put on pressure.
Interesting. Okay.
I do that a lot just because, yeah, it's hard to hold 12 pull drone pull.
Both players getting a couple defensive lings out in front of their naturals.
looks like pretty mirrored builds
And yep,
so far.
both players Overlords, getting an idea of the expansion timing.
A little bit of earlier gas from Schlongmi, so we'll see if that comes into play.
Just got a little bit of a supply block there, just got out of it.
And they nest for Schlongmi with 2 in gas.
Yeah, he's
So yeah, 2 in gas Bane nest is a little more defensive. I don't actually. He might just be cautious and not taking a third. He'll probably take one soon, but you can. You don't really have the larva to support Ling Bane on 2 bases unless you get like an early pool.
Liquid Fate's throwing down the Spine Crawler at the natural, trying to be a little extra careful. Doesn't want to die to the Ling Flood again.
Yeah, so always the risk of bringing your queen out is you get it's surrounded by lings. But occasionally you can scout. Oh, if you have a faster speed than your opponent, like you're safe to go out and wander that. So I don't know if Schlongmi scouted that his speed was faster. And you could do that.
So Liquid Fate
But, nice
looks
play.
like he wants to avoid the whole Ling Bane game altogether. He's going to try to go into Roaches. Third base on the way for Schlong McGee. And a Roach Warren at the front for Liquid Fate.
Yeah, so right now I'm not the biggest fan of Liquid Fate's build because he has a lot of gas, which is fine if you're gonna like Ravager all in, but he has a Spine also. So right now his build I think is a little inefficient. He may have just tried to edit his build because he was, scared of being link flooded that fast.
Right. He's able to hold off this pressure and produce some Roaches. I wouldn't mind seeing like a second Evo with a Queen in the wall here, just to sort of seal this off from run-bys, but maybe that's what he's working up towards.
Well, I think he has to attack. He's down so many workers. He needs to attack now.
And I think Schlong did see those Roaches pop right before his last Ling died, so he's also thrown down his own Roach Warren here at home. And will Liquid Fate take this initiative? I mean, he's got the Roaches. He's got the army supply right now. He could just A-move across the map. But he's staying at home, and this could be a mistake from our purple Zerg player.
Well, I think Schlong McGee has played this well. He scouted the drone count. He got a great Ling scout. He throws down the spine, kind of just in case. And then, like, these Roaches would have, just been out by the time Liquid Fate's slow Roaches get out if you moved immediately. So I think Schlong McGee's playing this really well.
He's also opted to go ahead and get Roach Speed and +1 missile attacks before really producing many Roaches at all. So we'll see if that timing works out for him. The upgrade advantage, of course, if he does manage to take what would otherwise be an even fight, could be really good for him, but let's see if he can hold this push that's coming across the map.
Yeah, I think getting the upgrades, delaying the upgrades a bit later, getting some more Ravagers would be good.
Okay, Ling's kind of going out ahead of the army. Picks off a Ravager. Both Ravagers go down.
The second Ravager. Oh my god, that's huge. Oh, that's not a
No,
full
it's
wall.
not. Ling's able to get behind there. And these Roaches have a decent concave here at the front. And Schlong McGee's got to pull the drones. This hurts.
Another Roach is coming in. He does have a transfuse on the Queen.
Okay, now he has enough to get rid of this.
Yeah, good hold.
And of course, he does now have the upgrade advantage on these Roaches as well.
Yeah, he could just honestly push.
Yeah,
across
there's
the
no
map.
Roach Speed, no upgrades on the way for Liquid Fate. He did build a handful of Lings. Not the greatest thing to counter what's about to come back at him. And Banes are morphing as well. This could be really bad for Liquid Fate. And Sean McGee looking to put some pressure on here. He's going to check and see if there's a third base. He sees that there's not.
Oh, these Banes.
Oh, he's got Bane speed, too. I didn't realize that. Oh, man! Loses all of the Lings.
Your Banes get wasted.
GG.
Wait, he knows it's over.
And Schlong McGee is going to take that series 2-0.
Yeah, well, I really like the play from Shlongumgi there. Also, did you notice Liquid Fate? He was avoiding the path of the Overlords. So I think Shlong McGee only saw that a little bit, and he might not have been looking, and that's why he's getting the upgrades. There's like a few more Ravagers would have been good. I think if Liquid Fate was a little more mechanically solid during the fight and with macro, I think he could even it up. But yeah, that was a fun series.
Yeah.
2 fun series. to
Yeah.
start off,
So far, awesome games. We did see 2. I'd like to see a game 3 here at some point, but let's see who else is available. We can hop into a game. You know if anyone's free to get a game casted, Vulnox? Let's take a look. Let's refresh this bracket real quick. Let's take a look. So Slipjip beat Character 2-1. 11 beat Team Legion Lunar 2-0. So it'll be Slipjip versus 11. As we saw, Dave Testa beat Charmander 2-0. Benefit beats Tommy 2000 2-0. A Legacy beats Vendetta 2-0. Man, so many 2-0s. And then Liquid Fate beats Bishop. So, and then we saw Mitchie versus Liquid Fate just now. So I guess we can try to see if Slipjip and 11 are free, or Legacy versus Benefit.
So is Slipjip playing Zerg or Protoss this tournament? Or Terran? He's got all of them in Diamond. His name is Zerg, so you'd think he's a Zerg, but his Protoss is actually his highest. By about 500 MMR.
Ooh. Schlong says he has to take a shower after that last series, and he'll be back in 10 minutes.
It wasn't that dirty. Do you guys see when Pig plays on like the NA ladder on his stream, he has like a thing where he puts himself in like a trash can.
Yeah.
And
The dumpster.
and he has the thing where it's like he's under like the sludge of some drain pipe, and he's like, gotta get ready for NA ladder.
He just got married, I think, right?
He did.
Yeah. One of the most handsome StarCraft streamers out there. He's off the market.
I think he's been off the market for a while. I think he's been dating his girlfriend for like almost a decade or something.
All right, do we have vetoes or maps from these guys yet? Let's see, who's the higher? I think Slipjip gets dibs. Thank you, Vulnox. Whoop, sorry, I misclicked something there. First map's gonna be submarine. Okay, cool.
We'll see what races these guys are playing.
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I think 11 is a Terran.
No, well, I think his Zerg is too high for the Cauldron tournament, but he's a Zerg main, off-race Terran. Okay, so we got both players on their highest MMR.
Okay.
We have Zerg playing Protoss against the Zerg. We're not gonna mess
Yeah,
that
great. Just waiting for our second player to ready up, guys. We'll hop into this game. And both players say go, go. Let's do it. Head into submarine for game 1. Little PVZ. A Protoss named Zerg, and then also against a Zerg. All right. In the top left-hand corner, our blue Zerg player. It is 11.
In the bottom right-hand corner, our purple Protoss, named Zerg, representing Team Legion. Well, let's just call him Slipchip. It's Slipchip.
Yeah, it's Slipchip. I'm good with that. That'll be a lot easier. He's going to take the low ground pylon and probe scout.
We got a 15 pool, or sorry, 15 hatch coming out of 11. I'm guessing this is going to be like the 15, 14, 14 cheese, which is quite strong against Protoss. Yep, that's what it's going to be. The hardest thing for Protoss to notice here is, right, it's all about the timing of the hatchery and the timing of his second Overlord. And you don't have the benefit because this build is also pretty good in ZVZ, but in ZVZ you can compare with your hatchery and your Overlord, and if you notice something's fucky, it's a lot easier to tell that this cheese is coming. But as Protoss, you really have to know your timings. And we'll see if Sliptip knows.
Yeah, it can be hard to get eyes on that second Overlord too. Like, see what you mean. See what you mean. Hey, nothing but Prime. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, well, sometimes you do see Zergs purposely hide their second Overlord, or like especially at the pro level, or what they'll do is they'll delay their first Overlord to make it look like their second, and just you know, they may think they missed the first Overlord, and it's something, you know, pro Zergs can do to be a little tricky. But no, this probe needs to go in to the main. It's gonna be pooling lanes.
It's going to be an adept first out of Slipjip.
Yeah, if you could keep this probe alive for longer, he would see a few more lings than normal spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes Robo first. He's dead.
Ling speed about halfway done here. Adept's going to push out across the map. And a whole lot of Lings coming in. Will he see them coming? He's not going to see them.
I mean, I think even if he sees them at this point, he's dead.
Okay, he sees a couple.
Is he going to have the wall in time? He needs to
This
bring a probe.
the stalker's got a okay, wall's up. No battery yet.
This is still going to be too much.
Oh no, don't let him in. Okay, GG. Oh!
11 with the 15, 14, 14.
Brutal.
It's a really good build in like Diamond and Masters.
Oh.
Pig calls it the retard build.
Oh my god.
Because I I think at the pro level, you have to be a retard to lose to it. But it's hard, you know, if you're not a pro, like seeing the timing being a few seconds off, it's not easy, especially if you're a Protoss.
And just like that.
Yep. We got the diamond special of Lings getting through the wall.
Both players are ready. We're going to hop into game 2 on Lightshade. Let's go.
I wonder what their bans were.
Oxide and Pillars were banned, and I forget what the rest of them were.
Because the 11 picked Submarine first, and if a Zerg is picking a short rush distance map, you should probably have some alarm bells ringing in your head. But anyways, spotting in the bottom right-hand corner, up a game. It is Ashes 11.
And his opponent in the top left. His name on here is Zerg, but we know him as Slipjip, playing Protoss.
Looks like 11 is opening more standard this time. No 15 pull. Or, sorry, 15 hatch.
Slipjip building the gateway on the low ground, standard stuff. Probe just a second too late for a hatch block there. And this probe will notice a healthy amount of drones and no pool yet. Okay, sees the pool go down.
He also sees no gas, which is a little atypical. Gas
Okay.
now. I think you only really do this if you're scared of... oh yeah, he's even checking for Cannon Rush. If you're scared of Cannon Rush, or if you're scared of Proxy 4 Gate. But so far it doesn't look like 11's planning on getting aggressive early
I
anyway.
foolishly
Late link speed.
foolishly tried that proxy 4-gate build against Vulnox in game 2 of our series, and he just swatted it down.
It's actually it's pretty effective at Diamond, I think.
I mean, what can I say? Vulnox is just, he's a based god, you know? Literally slaps my zealots down. It was horrible. Okay.
Yeah, when I was playing in the JSL playoffs, I faced that build a lot, and I got pretty good at defending it.
Alright, so let's see what the choice... Okay, so it's going to be a robotics facility for Slipjip. Second gate in the wall. And 11 looks like he wants to take a third hatch.
So anytime you see Stalker first, the Protoss wants to hide something.
Yep.
I do like how he put his Robo in his main, so it's gonna be a little harder to scout that Robo. Because honestly, if the Protoss goes Stalker first and a Robo as his first tech structure, he dies to Link Flood. Even a reactive Link Flood. But with that information hidden, it's just a kind of a gamble.
Yeah.
I like these link spotters, setting this 3 links going out.
Oh yeah, I see that. Trying to get some vision and some map control here. He's gonna park one at the third base, the other at the other possible third base location.
And one at one of the move-out spots. This is looking good from 11.
And at the same time, he's got a slow Overlord about to peek into the main base of our Protoss here. Whoa, look at this Immortal skin.
Oh yeah.
It's like in like 16:9 ratio. It looks like stretched out kind of. Okay, so anyways, 11's gonna spot the Robo. If he hangs out, he'll notice that it's going to be a Prism out next, which pretty serious indicator of aggression.
Yeah, we'll robo first.
In general as well, yeah, agreed.
Does he see his healing? He does. So he knows like pretty much exactly how many gates that Slipchip has. So he should be able to have a good read on the situation. He's got a great lead in workers.
Back at home, 11's making a couple more queens. He has a Roach Warren completed at his natural. So far, Ling's speed and Warp Gate the only upgrades in the game. 7 Roaches in
Yeah,
production.
Which is very, very typical.
Okay, Warp Prism loads up with 2 Immortals, and there's a couple Sentries and a Stalker heading across the middle of the map.
Do you normally do a Immortal Sentry push off this few workers?
The worker count is low. He should just in general have more workers at this point, I think. But, I mean, force fields are really good. If he can box out and land some good force fields here, this could be effective. We'll see.
Not great force field.
No, they actually kind of yeah, it kind of hurt his own his Zealot position. And also his Immortal's trapped as well. Not in this fight. He's going to lose all of the Zealots just like that. And this might just come down to Prism Micro. Okay, traps a couple Roaches.
Immortals are a good unit. This push is going to get eventually cleaned up. He just doesn't have enough to reinforce.
Prism is still alive.
Oh,
okay.
Roaches misrallied.
Yeah, they did. And he's
all of the units are misrallying.
and he's lost the Roach Warren now. And it's just 2 Immortals, a couple of Zealots trying to make this happen. Good surround here. Force Field boxes out some of the reinforcements, and he continues to push forward.
Yeah, I really liked his decision of, okay, once he kills the Roach Warren, he builds up.
And the backup Roach Warren's going to get picked up by these Immortals as well. And Zealots and Sentries in the mineral line. Prism, again, still alive.
The boys get a good surround.
Oh my god, GG
yeah.
is called!
Clutch.
And we have a game 3 coming up. Ties up the series 1-1. Good game.
Yeah, I honestly think 11 should have had that. It was just kind of the unfortunate misrally. Also, one thing that I do a lot, like he does, is I will put my Roach Warren and my Evo Chamber like in my wall. But you don't actually want to do that versus Protoss. But since you do it versus Terran and Zerg, it's kind of, I don't know, it's force of habit. But yeah, I definitely die to stuff like that a lot.
Pillars is map number 3. Okay. Is that right? No, that was vetoed.
So Jag was veto, Oxide, Romanticide is the last map.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Vulnox. Okay, well, I guess we'll just continue on. Let's...
Did you DC or?
I don't know. Hey, Vulnox, you still there?
Yeah, we can hear you. Alright, you're back in.
Wait, I can't hear Vulnox. Hey, Vulnox. Oh, there
Yeah.
you are. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sorry, I lost you there for a sec. Romanticide.
Yeah, Romanticide.
Let's go, let's go.
Waiting on Slip Jib.
Slippy! Okay, here we go. We got a game 3. Nice. My dog is bullying me. My cat does that sometimes at like 4:30 in the morning. He's like, "Can I?"
My cat sometimes will jump up like in front of my screen. There's one time she like jumped on my keyboard when I was like microing during like a Ling Bane fight, and I just lost.
Yep. Okay, so
Anyway.
in the top left corner, our red Zerg player. It is 11.
And in the bottom right hand corner, our purple Protoss representing Team Legion. It is Slipjip. I think he's playing Protoss. His name is Zerg, and his portrait is the default Terran portrait.
A lot of mixed signals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's playing random, but not really.
And he will,
So 11 opting not to go for the 15, 14, 14.
Protoss is going to pylon scout once again.
We suck at this game.
Yeah, that's Diamond Feels, man.
11 doesn't think so.
You know, sometimes when people just say why, I'm not sure if they mean like yes or
Yeah,
why.
Sames.
So he's getting bullied by his dog and his mom.
Yeah. Having a rough time. Slipjip.
And let's hope he doesn't get bullied by 11.
Right?
Here.
Hard knock life in the Slipship household.
There's Cyber before Nexus, so playing it a little safe, but otherwise pretty standard. 11's playing very standard.
This is the quarterfinals right now, right? Winner of this goes on to the semis?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So
And of course, we have a couple of US dollars on the line here. Just to make it a little more hype. A lot of banter from both players.
Yeah.
yeah.
Surprised
11
the macro's not slipping, typing this much.
It was for a second. But yeah, we've
I like this Zerg skin. The refinery looks pretty crazy. Or I guess it's a assimilator for Zerg, right? It's like
Extra.
mech'd out. Whatever. An
But,
extractor,
yeah.
one of those things.
Is this the mech? So I know there's like one like mech one, and one that's like hybrid, like organic and mech. I actually hate some skins like the fully mechanical Zerg ones, because Zerg buildings, instead of bleeding, will catch on fire. And then in my mind, I think it's Terran building. Sometimes like, oh, it's gonna burn.
Well, there was a
down.
long time there where hatcheries would just catch on fire anyways.
Really?
Yeah, and like there was like a bug like report about it, and Blizzard was like, yeah, we know. And then they just continued to burn down for a couple months. It was earlier this year.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was related to the skin or if it was like no matter what.
We're gonna get a 2 base +1 roach speed.
Whereas
push.
we got a robotics bay coming down here from Protoss, possibly to get into disruptors as early as possible.
Yeah, I think if he reactively did this, I think that. Oh no, yeah, perfect amount of gas. Yeah, so this is a very common ZVZ build, and you hit with roach speed +1 and like 10 roaches, pretty early. But a disruptor would do really well against this.
Indeed. Let's see if that's the play.
I think he's going disruptor drop. Yeah, he's going disruptor drop.
Yep, he's getting the
So it wasn't reactive.
prism speed on the way. Warp prism getting chronoed out.
Oh, Colossus drop.
Oh.
I'm scared for him now. I'm very scared.
Still just 2 gateways on Protoss' side of the map here.
We got 11 going Nidus instead of Roach speed. I actually kind of like it on this map. Romanticide has a fucking huge main.
Yeah, it really does.
A lot of the maps in this pool like the new maps they introduced, they're like, no, mains are gigantic. So drops and Niduses, I think, are quite effective. And I think this is gonna be.
Yeah, he's got a couple overlords here just in case he loses one. He's got vision, and there goes the worm. Colossus finishes, gets picked up by the Prism. The worm has not been noticed yet. Prism speed finishes, and that Colossus could not be going further away.
He has a disruptor coming out. Though.
It's about 10 seconds out, and the
and he can snipe
the
the
roaches
pylon,
are streaming in. Is he gonna? Oh, no, it's not gonna get out.
Oh.
Okay, Prism comes back, but Colossus is not that good against roaches.
Force field with the mineral line pretty effective though.
10 probes go down. Some cool Prism micro here, trying to keep this Colossus alive. More roaches streaming in. If this pylon over here was just 1 inch over, he could have gotten this disruptor out. But that pylon also goes down. 73 supply to 42. Just kiting with this Colossus as much as he can, trying to wear down this roach army.
Actually, pretty impressive.
Dave Testa in chat mentions that this Prism could just be a warp conduit over this Robo and power it again.
Oh,
That's very true.
that's forgettable.
But the Robo dies. That disruptor's never going to happen. And what was meant to be a harassing kind of setup is now being used for defense. One Roach is drawing 6 or 7 Stalkers away from the main here where the real fight is happening. The gateway goes down. He's able to hold the front, but he's going to lose his main. Trying to expand while being attacked. And 11 taking a dominant position in this game. He's going to warp in 5 Ravengers.
Warp in.
Or, you know, mutate into Ravengers. I'm a Protoss, it's true. Ooh, gotta move that Prism! Ooh. And now Zerg has the high ground advantage.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Force field is holding back some of this. Okay, now the roaches are going to come down.
Oh. Yeah, I could buy
His shield battery overcharge is used up. This Colossus still alive. 9 kills on that Colossus. Probes trying to mine in and out of this fight. Another worm right in the mineral line of the natural. And there's a huge supply difference. 62 army supply to 8.
Is the 8 just?
Yep. And all of the infrastructure is going down now. He's losing these pylons. Those warp gates get unpowered. Loses the natural. And he's trying to slap down about 7 shield batteries at the 3rd here to try to stay alive. Good Prism micro keeping this Colossus alive, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame because Flipjack had, I think, you know, just what you want. You know, he has a Robo, he has a Robo Bay on the way. I think he just, you know, had his death scout what 11 was doing. He doesn't even have to change his build much, and he can crush the this push. But that, combined with not having a pylon to do the edge of space.
And he is trying like hell to make this work with this Prism, but it's just not going to happen. Does he have enough to build a Nexus? He does not.
No, he's building one, yeah.
Oh, he does have a Nexus here in the bottom left corner. Okay.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
I mean, you can just build a spire. This might be looking like a get all the buildings win. Oh, at 11, he sees the
Yep,
base.
and he's got roaches shooting at the base, and we'll see a GG here shortly, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think Slipjip should realize this is over once this base got discovered.
Slipjip has
Like,
0 supply available.
You can kind of hope, you know, that your opponent just fixates on killing the other your other buildings. But once they discover the base, you have nothing.
Oh, the Colossus goes down. GG. What a game 3.
Yeah, good series. So that's 2-1-11.
Good games for both sides. GG's.
Yeah, really. So it seems like in all the series we've had so far, scouting has just been the biggest downfall. You know, both sides seem like everyone's macro is good, builds pretty good, micro good.
For
It's just
scouting.
yeah, and I mean it's hard. I think a lot of times you get caught up too much in okay, I need to make sure I'm doing everything right with my stuff, and you kind of forget about the opponent. Which, like, I do a lot, because I think, you know, I'm not able to play where, you know, like, I don't have to think about my macro, or I don't have to think about my build. That's still something that very much, like, takes up my brain power.
Yep.
So sometimes, like, scouting and, you know, interpreting what you scout is hard.
Yep. For me, I tend to forget about upgrades until it's, like, way too late. And I'm like, wait, why am I losing? And it's like, oh, because they have +2, and I'm still on 0-0. Did Legacy play Insane in round 1? Did that game happen? I see Test is in round 2 without an opponent.
Yeah, I'm checking on that right now.
Let's refresh this
I
bracket.
did speak to them earlier, and I thought they were playing.
Yeah, so it looks like this Dave Test game would be the next thing to cast.
Yeah.
So did these guys play?
I think they might be in the last game right now. Potentially.
Okay.
Because I see that Insane is in a game.
Well, Dave's not in a game.
Yeah, no, Dave's not. But I mean, that I think that round 1 game might still be. I don't know if it's like a TVT or what's going on.
Probably.
I know Insane plays Terran. It might be a TVT, and that might actually be what's going on here. To be honest with you guys,
like 3 half-hour plus games. That's why.
I think they also got started a little bit late. Like, but yeah, I think they've been in this series because I talked to Insane Vulpine about 45 minutes ago.
There needs to be like
on Discord. It says he's in game, so I'm waiting on him to respond to me. But I think he's playing something right now.
Yeah, can we like check his profile? Have any of them played? You guys played him recently, right? In your match history, maybe?
Yeah,
yes,
I played Insane. And he is Terran.
Okay, let's see his match history. Okay, he won a game 5 minutes ago, and he lost. So he lost the first game 30 minutes ago, just won 5 minutes ago. So I think they're 5 minutes into game 3.
Okay, and you saw that it's against.
Yeah, it's against Legendary.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured that's what was going on. All right, is that a TVT?
It is a TVT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the first game, I think, yeah, they did get started late because the first game was only 5 minutes, but the second game was 25 minutes.
So I think, we might just have to wait a few minutes here.
Well, can we go with Mitchie and a Legacy?
We could do that, but then we'll end up having to wait.
It'll stagger things against us, I think. So maybe we should just take like a 5-minute break. And
that might be the best thing to do. And yeah.
Right, sounds good.
The game lengths.
Grab a beer. It's about that time.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. I think we're gonna take 5.
All right, sounds good.
Saw all you guys hanging out on Twitch. We're just waiting for Legendary and Insane's game to finish, and then we're going to hop into the winner of that versus Dave Testa, and then the winner of that versus 11, and we'll get into the semis. So we'll catch you guys in like 5 minutes. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab a beer. See you in a minute. All right.
Yo.
Hey guys, we got a game?
Yeah, they finished.
Nice. Sorry, I just ran to the store real quick. Let's get this going.
Oh, good. Gotta get the supplies.
I feel like actually this TVT wasn't that long. You know, a 12-minute game, a 24-minute game, and a 5-minute game.
I guess it just started
Oh,
really late, huh?
Maybe, yeah. Well, also, we didn't have that many going to Game 3. And the ones we did have go to Game 3, there's some cheese involved in a few of the matches.
All right, do we have vetoes? That stuff happen yet?
No, he just
Okay,
got
cool.
here. Okay, so Dave is A. Looks like Dave is all the way up to 3850.
Yeah, Dave's MMR is looking pretty strong.
Yeah.
I feel like Dave just he'll go in phases where he doesn't play the game, or like phases he'll just fucking grind.
He's definitely been in the grind lately.
Yeah, he's definitely he's definitely getting a lot better. Cause I think he said he dropped down to plat like a few months ago and was like, okay, this can't happen, and then was tryharding.
Getting our vetoes.
Okay. Yeah, or he'll like also kind of like go through phases where he's like trying like gimmicky stuff, or like different builds or whatever. But like, I mean, from what we've seen from him so far, the idea that he is predictable might not be true anymore. I mean, he played 2 very different games in the series that we cast earlier.
Yeah, but I still think, right, if his opponent scouts, has Dave shown strong standard play yet?
Not that I've seen.
Yeah, maybe you just gotta keep an eye on this guy.
In the first round that we casted, he did go up to like 5 Nexus.
That he had
but,
9.
Like,
he had 9 Nexuses at the end of that game.
And he opened Nexus first, which you never do.
Not to mention he built a ring of pylons in his opponent's third. Like that was just crazy, man. I have no idea what that was for. I think Dave, will you just pick a map for us, bud? Come on. Where are we going? We're going to Death Aura. All right, cool. Let's go.
All right, looks
Okay,
good.
let's go.
They're gonna keep us in suspense about what the second map is right now.
That's all right.
Jagger submarine.
Legendary kicked my ass in the group stage of Hex. Solid Terran player. So let's see what Testa pulls out. Here in the bottom right-hand corner, our purple Protoss player. It's the legend himself, Mr. Dave Testa.
And in the upper left-hand corner, we have the teal Terran representing Cryptic. It is legendary. So, I didn't realize legendary was in Hex.
If I'm
Wait,
am I
actually,
think?
I don't think.
Oh,
it
am I
was.
thinking of
Yeah,
a
it's
different Terran?
Insane.
I was thinking of Insanity.
Yeah, so, yeah, he beat Insanity. in the last round,
What?
so
Okay.
that's pretty good.
All right.
Well,
Or
so
he's
the
got-
only person Insane lost to in groups was Fan, another Terran.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe his TVT's not the best, but I think his other two matchups are quite scary. I've seen a few of his games, but we'll
Smooch.
see. Maybe legendary is better all around.
Workers making out real quick there in the middle of the map.
You'd love
I
to
love
see
to
it.
see that.
Love to see. Zerg's on the same wavelength. We never sent
Ooh,
workers across.
eBay block here.
Yeah, I think
I
this
like
is really good.
Testa scouting, seeing if there's a second gas there. There is not. And he's just going to send that probe back home.
Well, I think if there were a Protoss who would be least affected by an eBay block, I think it'd be Dave.
He probably welcomes it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He's like,
the
"Chaos,
gas
give
steal
me
as
more."
well.
Not in this case. He's gonna take the natural at the third location.
Yeah, I think the eBay block he was okay with, but losing this gas he is definitely not okay with. Pulling probes to try to get rid of this. Why doesn't he just kill the SCV building it? All right. Well,
Okay.
we got there.
Now the gang up
We
on
got
him.
there. Okay, so Dave takes his natural at the third location. Legendary is going Marine first, and now he's got a reactor coming up. Factory behind it.
That's one of
Okay,
the most
but see, I
aggressive
don't-
extractor defenses.
I don't like this, right? Dave, he gets a Zealot anyways. If you're gonna get a Zealot, right, just get it immediately and kill the eBay, and then you can expand in normal place. I think taking the third is fine if you're gonna go, stalker first like usual.
Tessa's got
And he also
nasty
got
supply block
with
right
it.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, so his whole, almost his whole chrono was wasted.
and the Zealot
to supply blocks.
ignores the eBay, and he's just gonna run across the map. So we'll see what happens with that. Legendary has a Marine out here by his third, scouting around for a proxy. And
Has Legendary seen Dave's Nat? He has not. So that's why he's building a bunker on the high ground. I think he thinks Dave is one basing it.
And Reactor Hellions coming out here. Zealot shows up at the front door.
Yeah, there's a nasty supply block on the Terran side.
And that's a dead Zealot.
That is a big supply block. There's still not even a depot started.
Yeah, well, his CC is gonna finish. and
Oh, that's
CC
yeah, of course.
Still, though, that's quite a bit of time to not be able to produce. So both players suffering a little bit from supply blocks here early on.
Yeah.
Testa's got a pair of Stalkers out. He wants to go into Robo and Twilight Council Tech behind it. And Hellions pushing across here, and they're going to see where Dave's expanded to. Oh, targets the Stalkers twice.
Ideal.
Doesn't get a single probe.
He gets out with them, so it's not terrible. But yeah, the biggest thing with the eBay block against Protoss is you either delay their natural, force them to make a Zealot, which they don't want, or force them to take.
Doors wide open. Hellions going into Testa's main. And probe barbecue begins. 4 probes go
barbecue.
down. Ooh!
Oh!
And Dave Testa's reeling in pain here. Stalker's coming back trying to clean this up. And they will, but not before he loses 14 workers.
This is devastating.
And all of a sudden, Legendary finds himself up almost 10 workers. Okay, so now what?
Well, Dave's going in a blink. Looks like there's an eBay at home for Legendary, so probably looking to get upgrades, or maybe he's just that scared of DTs, because everyone knows the old saying, right? One behind Dark Shrine.
Yep. And also when you're Dave up against Dave Testa.
Yeah.
So both those things together.
I played Dave, and I get those spores, you know. A lot of times I won't get the blind spores at 3:30, but against Dave, I get them right on the dot. Blind spores, 3:30.
So Dave's got a 4-stalker hit squad here. Of course, that is enough to one-shot these workers. If this observer gets in a position, he can blink into the main here, try to get something done.
It could be a decent way to come
Let's
back.
see. Oh, blink wasn't quite done yet. Okay, so blink's finishing up. Gateway and a dark shrine behind it. Yep. But Terran already has a Raven out, so that dark shrine might not be as effective. And we're gonna see some stalkers blink in here.
Oh, he gets the kill on it. Oh,
That's big, and he might deny stim as well. Yep, stim pack is denied.
He didn't get this Raven.
Which is good. He's gonna get the Raven.
Okay.
Oh, I think he could have got the Raven and just gone
Saves
out.
the observer.
But,
He might get. Oh man.
Okay, a good
still,
poke.
I think
Really
Dave's
great
back
poke.
in the game now.
Yep, I would agree. I think that evened it out. Good play there by Testa.
I'd say Terran's still slightly ahead, but I think Dave's got a good tech. But because Dave's down 6 workers, which you don't want to be. It's Protoss versus
Right.
Terran.
I really can't believe this eBay is still here.
Yeah, Testa, I think, played around it and then sort of forgot about it. And now he's like,
Yeah.
wait, I do want to expand again, though.
He should have just finished it and researched from it.
DT blink. This is fun.
Testa instead
But,
opts to expand over here in the bottom left.
So Legendary
That'd be a
only has
good choice
one
of
turret.
turret.
Yep.
Dude, look at this turret skin. That's sick.
Wait, let's have a look. Oh, yeah.
Looks like a mech.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
it?
that is pretty beefy.
Kind of like Metroid looking.
I know, I love it.
Lots of Marauders, lots of Widowmines coming out for Legendary right now. He's up 40 army supply at 27, or Testa is down in army supply, 31 to 44 here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He's taking a ninja base, which is interesting.
Is this going to be a mine drop, or
Oh, those boys.
or is it just going to be
Boys
everything
coming.
in the kitchen sink coming across the map?
Oh, I think, are the boys just going to the third?
No, I think they're along for the ride here.
Yeah, this is gonna be strong.
So, he doesn't have stim. Oh, he does have stim. Okay, he did complete it.
Yeah, and combat shield's gonna finish, and
He's not
plus
going
one.
to see the hidden
DT
base.
Blink just finished for
I mean, he sees
Testa.
probes
Oh,
rallying.
no, he will. Oh,
Wait,
man,
this
'cause-
probe given away.
Oh man. Trader probe.
Yep.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like with him pulling this many workers, I think he could have just won. Right? Because Dave's taking hidden base. If he thought Dave's only a 2 base, then like the extra money, right, is going on.
And Testa, instead of defending, is going to counter push here at the same time. So this is going to get hairy real quick. If this goes into a base trade situation, I think Terran has an advantage here.
Yeah, they just have more DPS. Even though Protoss does have recall, I think the bio DPS is just too high.
Legendary is going to push up the main ramp here. Tank sieged. Key pylons going down. He's going to lose the cybernetics core. Testa on the other side of the map has stalkers at the natural with some DTs. And he's starting to kill some SCVs. But his production is getting wrecked at the same time. Couple bit of bio units back here for Legendary trying to defend this. He hasn't scanned these DTs yet. And And both players YOLOing.
I think Legendary could do a bit better job with their probes. Because I think if Dave's taking this the rich gas base, he's still mining. He's mining way more than Legendary. I think Legendary he's not microing his army enough. I think.
Yeah, this is still contested. This could go either way still.
I wonder if Dave could save this third base somehow.
Yeah, he needs to get back and defend it. I would say. I mean, he does also. He took this base over here by the Rich Vespine, and he took what would be the third base or fourth base of Terran.
I think Dave's army.
Yeah. Okay. He's not there.
Yeah.
Biostims in to test his third.
I don't know about all these next side. I think start some gates, right? So you're gonna.
A third Nexus from Testa. Okay, so he's cleared out quite a bit of the Terran, and there's buildings floating across the map in every direction.
It's definitely an interesting game.
Siege Tank and SCVs going to work on this Nexus. Pretty rare combination of units there. Testa's got a base finished here and is mining again.
You know what would instantly win test of the game? Is if he had each of his DTs following underneath one of the CCs.
That would be really good.
Because then they can't land, they can't scan, and Dave just wins.
So it looks like Legendary's going to take Testa's natural that he blocked earlier this game. And Testa's coming back with a couple of Zealots, a couple of Stalkers, and some DTs. Finds the factory. But
Very standard game unfolding.
so the thing here is that Terran was able to save quite a bit of their production. Whereas Testa has no production at all.
Yeah, I think the DT tech is going to be the biggest thing here. Actually, no, there's a Raven.
Yeah, there's a Raven.
Yeah.
If Legendary can keep his Raven alive, I think he's in a good position.
Yep, and
It does make it
you know,
hard for him to attack though.
the Legend also, you know, he's got a couple barracks still. He still has a starport. He's gonna save this factory, whereas Testa's just now making or just now has a gateway completing. That's the only one he's got.
He has so much energy, he should call some mules down. I love how Dave is sending this one zealot out to scout where Legendary is taking his bases. And I think, yeah, Legendary needs to start calling mules.
Maybe he's trying to just bank all that up for scans just in case. I think he could definitely afford a mule or two here, but
yeah, he has so much energy. I don't know what this one last CC is doing. He could just land it right there.
yeah, what is
What,
this
this
CC doing? It's rallied
Close game.
kind of in a weird spot. Maybe it was
Yeah.
forgotten about there for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, he's moving it now.
Testa, meanwhile, trying to get back on track with his tech tree. His core is finished. He's rebuilding his robotics facility. And a couple more gateways. This CC should land somewhere. Okay, I guess he's going to land it over there. Whole bunch of
I think
mules.
just take a base and mule up.
He does just now call down 5 mules.
This is going way better for Testa than I ever would have thought.
Yeah, well, I think Legendary just didn't reset quite as well. I think he had a better position, but he was like dilly-dallying a bit. And Dave, he's taking the rich gas base. So on Death Aura, this base is huge because it has 2 rich gas bases.
Yep, and especially with Dave, well, he is getting a Twilight Council. Okay, this Marine is going to find one of Testa's bases.
This has got to be one of the stranger games I've seen.
Yeah. Nice mineral walk micro there from Testa to get us around. He is still attacking his own Nexus, but he'll fix it. 3 probes go down.
These things happen.
Eventually.
Why don't we land this third CC over here? Is what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
Marine?
Marine.
Marine. Jesus Christ, Dave.
Actually, where is Dave's? Oh, I think a few auto turns. Well, I think. Yeah, Legendary doesn't know about the.
Yeah,
the
that's
gas
he doesn't know. Okay, but he's got a couple Marines here heading towards where Tessa's base is. Tessa's army's out of position, can't defend this. And the probe kills. And the Stalker's warping in under fire as well. Now here come the charge lots, forced to fight auto turrets. And Legendary picks up and leaves, goes over to the next base.
I don't think I really wish he scouted this rich gas base. 'Cause I still think Dave is in a good position here. He's got more workers. And the longer this goes on without Legendary finding this base, the worse it is. And he hasn't even landed his third orbital.
So Testa able to take care of that drop.
We'll just see Dave get, okay, he's doing it now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He has way too much gas.
Massive amount of gas here.
Yeah, it turns out when you have two rich gases, you.
Yeah, it looks like Dave wants to attack now, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think this is a bad decision. But it's also, right, it's easy for us to say. Like, this is such a crazy game. I think neither of them know kind of what's really going on.
Oh, the Templar Archives is up here in the former main base. Okay.
In the former main base
of his
the
opponent. All right.
And he's taking his opponent's third.
Tessa's getting a lot of observers here. He's got a couple now.
I don't mind it.
He's gonna go up to 3.
It's good. It's good to know what's going on in such a crazy game, so you can make more informed decisions.
Yeah, good call. And he's gonna fan them out across the map, trying to see where his opponent is at. He's also taking Terran's third. What a crazy game. At the same time, Legendary's got 3 Ravens, a harass squad.
Yeah, this is gonna be some pretty big harass. And I think Dave hasn't really been keeping up with the probe production. He's just starting again, but for a while, it wasn't great. Oh, auto turrets. So yeah, any probe damage is gonna hurt a lot since he's basically missing production for a while. And I think Dave keeps protecting this base.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't realize his opponent hasn't seen it.
Making good use of these Ravens here with the auto turrets.
Yeah.
And the worker count now is back to even.
Wow, this is
What a weird ass game.
I love it. I love it.
23 probes have died to this auto turret harass, and it's still going on. Testa's starting to bleed.
Gee.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna push across the map. He's got an Immortal, a couple observers. He actually kind of has the kitchen sink here. He's got sentries, Immortals, a little bit of everything.
The single High Templar
is
was running in the
He's got a couple High Templars.
sensor tower zone.
Legendary spreads his bio out a little bit here in anticipation of this. He's got Widow Mines. He has detection.
This is not going to be a good fight for Dave. I think he should still be sitting back and defending. Right? He's basically doubling he's expanded and he has a fresh.
There's a lot of siege. I didn't realize how many siege tanks were under all these medevacs. Yeah, there's 3 siege tanks defending this.
Yeah, I think Dave should just defend. I think he's got a better economic position. But obviously, right? It's hard to know. This is such a crazy game.
It really is. Raven's
They've
coming back
taken
in.
down the
More
other-
auto turret harass. And Testa bleeds out a couple more workers here.
Yeah.
Dave takes the other rich Vespine gas base.
I feel like do you think one Stargate would be too much of an investment here and get like a couple Phoenix?
Dave's got over 2,000 gas. I think he could afford any tech he wants right now. Yeah, I think a Stargate would be a smart move just to deny this constant Raven harass that he can't really touch because it's in this dead airspace. I think it's a great. That would be a smart move for sure.
Or like even get a forge and throw some cannons down. I think He's just not mining enough minerals right now.
Okay, so we got a double drop loaded up here from the Terran.
Where is it going? He's just kind of, he's not sure.
He's getting rid of these observers. There's another observer right up there. Did he see it? Yeah, he sees it. Okay, picks it off. Testa moves down to intercept.
Oh, that's an aggressive blink. I don't know. I don't know about this.
All right. Well, he's got a Colossus in the mix now.
Yeah, I think taking some damage, but once you start to get a siege tank range, you back off.
Okay, he's able to pick away at one of these bunkers. Liberator comes back to defend.
I think that's good.
And now we got more of a... Okay, 3 medevacs flying across the map now. Will they spot Dave's, well, his other ninja base?
I think they will. Yeah,
Do they see it?
They see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did see it, but did he realize it?
He's not reacting.
I don't know if... Okay, now he sees it.
Yeah, I think Dave is just expanding a little too much before saturating his bases.
Whole lot of bio dumping in on this base. 17 probes die instantly. Dave, at the same time, is going to try to counter push up here. He's fighting in the tanks, in the Liberators. He's got storms.
Ooh, nice storm.
He loses that base. So many storms! Medevacs load back up, looking for another target. Now Dave's moving laterally across the map, trying to catch up to this.
Legendary needs to take new bases. He's almost mining out.
Or even just...
I don't think it's really a problem for him to take.
Legendary finds the other base. Stims. 10 probes die.
Is that his only? No, he isn't.
Dave looking for an angle here. He's got 3 Colossus now, doing the work. He's only got +1 upgrades. He's fighting against 2-1 bio.
Oh,
So many storms! Oh my god! But he's lost 2 Colossus. There's a couple of Vikings here picking away at the remainders.
Yeah, Dave hitting a bit of an anti-timing.
Marauder's doing pretty good. The drop. Oh my god, and he GG's out. And
Yeah,
Legend. That was an insane game 1.
Yeah, that was great. Dave with the slight anti-timing, he attacks just before his +2 hits. Like if you waited 10 seconds, his +2's there. I still think he loses that fight if Legendary brings the tanks up, but Legendary kind of forgot about the tanks because he's dealing with that fight. He's dealing with his drop. But yeah, that was a great game, and surprisingly super close, considering how crazy it was.
Yeah, that was one of the best games of StarCraft I've ever seen. That was crazy.
Yeah, you know, like Scarlet versus Bomber, Nesty versus SC, TY versus Maru. Get all that shit out of here. We want to see Dave Testa versus Legendary.
Okay, no one cares. So we're going to go to Submarine.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's go to game 2. How are we going to follow that? Like, now what, you know? Testa has yet to build a Void Ray in any of these games, which I find surprising.
No, he built in the first series. He built a few Void Ray, but it was later. I don't really think they did much. It's not like Wings of Liberty where you could go Void Ray Colossus. It was great. Phoenix Colossus is okay. Anyways, in the top left-hand corner of Submarine, we have the purple Protoss, Dave Testa, down 0-1 in the series.
And his opponent, the red Terran. Representing Cryptic, it is Legendary. Legendary finding himself just one more win away from making it to the semis.
I agreed with what you said about those ravens in the dead space. Wizzer, like I just really wanted Dave to like maybe make phoenixes or some kind of static defense or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's best. Maybe just the cannons are best, because
Yeah.
I think he kind of wants a forge anyways. Maybe the Stargate was too much investment, but that's such a crazy game. I can't really, say what was best. And obviously it's even harder for Dave because he doesn't have all the information.
Well, considering how much Testa expanded, I really think that Legendary was able to stay in that game by just constantly harassing with those ravens. He got so many probes just for energy off those ravens.
Yeah, Dave just investing too much into Nexi, and he could have just built probes. Like, he wasn't even saturated on a lot of his bases. This probe was thinking about building something, so he's gonna build something.
Yeah,
a little
he's
closer.
gonna. This could be the shield battery void ray build out of Testa. We'll see.
Yeah.
He does have a second gateway though, so that makes me not as sure. But he does have double gas. I don't know. It's possible with this pylon location. That's what I would expect.
Kind of the unique thing about Terran, right? Their add-ons are always in the bottom right.
Oh man,
So,
Testa's gonna get found.
Oh no.
Okay, so the Marine spots it.
Well, he hasn't committed very much. He hasn't committed very much. It's a pretty significant loss.
Yeah.
But he's not out of
Nope,
the game.
he's not. But he has to kind of change, switch gears here. He's gonna pump out 2 stalkers here to try to get some units out. Legendary's getting a scout.
Yeah, so I think that proxy void ray stuff is a lot better if the positions are switched and the add-ons are, or especially like that proxy tempest stuff you see. The add-ons are in the bottom right. They're a little bit protected now that Terran's at the bottom right. It's just one of those weird quirks that StarCraft has with it's not complete symmetry, like how Zerg's the larvae always spawn at the bottom. So sometimes like they'll take a bit longer to get to certain mineral patches depending on which position you are. And also you can get your eggs surrounded a lot of times in ZVZ a lot easier. Like if you were Zerg in Dave's position in ZVZ, you have to be really careful about getting your eggs surrounded. Whereas in the other, like if you were in Legendary's position as a Zerg, your eggs are kind of protected by your drones. So it's actually something that's pretty important when you're defending like 1312 or 12 full drum.
Testa going for the Robo once again. Barracks at the front here for Legendary as Testa expands to his Nat.
See, Testa's banked up a bit too much gas again. Probably because he took an early second gas because he thought he was going Void Ray or Tempest or something.
Yeah, I think that was going to be a shield battery void ray, kind of cheese there. But switching gears, building an immortal.
I like the sentry decision. He has a lot of gas. Might as well spend it on sentries.
Yeah, scouting too. Definitely need that.
And also they'll just gain value over time. And I feel like a lot of times I see Protoss with like after their first few sentries die, they never make any more. I think that Guardian Shield is so big. The Guardian Shield is basically +2 armor.
Instantly.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Protosses, even at the pro level, they're really good about doing it, the first few fights. But once it starts getting later in the game, maybe the sentry's just not worth it? But I feel like that +2 armor is huge. And I don't see a lot of Protosses doing it. Once like their first few get killed off.
Robotic Spay is going to be the choice from Testa as it finishes up here.
Double Robo also. This is me, double Robo Disruptor. Like, right, Zaun had that playstyle for a bit. And it was pretty awesome.
I don't see Testa play with disruptors that often though, so be interesting to see if he.
I think it's gonna be Colossus.
Be interesting to see if he tried to. Oh, he's building a disruptor. Hell yeah, that's exciting.
I'm down for this. I'm down. For this.
Is there no? Okay, there's the starport. It's about halfway done. Okay.
And I get the feeling this is kind of a last-minute decision because he did want to. It looked like he really did want to make that proxy Stargate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testa suffering a supply block here too. Just now getting a pylon down.
He's taking a bold third. I feel like that's like a theme. Like Testa's just like, I'm gonna expand, and it's up for you to stop me.
Yeah.
Like, to scout and then stop me, because I think, you know, he definitely has the units to prevent a third.
Now, if Testa's not careful here,
Yeah,
he's
a lot of times the scouting is
going to
hard.
find himself significantly down in upgrades as +1 concussive and stem are all complete, with combat shields about to finish up here for Terran.
But Flapjack, you know what doesn't care about upgrades?
Disruptors.
Disruptors.
They really don't.
Attack here in a second when combat shield finishes.
No medevacs. Okay, there's some medevacs. Okay.
Yeah. Because there's no third command center going down. In fact, he made 2 more barracks in his main.
Okay, so a bit of a commit here from Legendary. Pushing across the map.
Oh, but Dave's getting thermal lance now.
2 disruptors gonna be huge.
If these
Yeah,
disruptor
he's
shots
got it.
land, okay, there's a shot. Good splits. Okay,
Good
not bad.
That's really
Not
good.
bad from Legendary at all. He stims forward. Good,
Pretty
good force fields, but this third base is doomed.
Disruptors, their nodes are back online, and Legendary just gets
Yep.
out. Great play
Yep.
by Legendary.
Nice.
I would like to see a
Yeah, third
you know?
CC could be good here. I mean, he's just all of his production though is making units right now, so I guess he just really wants to kill Testa right now. Let's see what he's gonna do. Because he's got some Widow Mines coming out, a couple more medevacs. Might try some multi-prong kind of drop play, try to pull Testa apart here. Forces a cancel on the other third base of Dave Testa.
Yeah, Dave's a bold man about expanding.
And now there's 4 medevacs with the push, which is enough to lift the majority of the bio off the ground to avoid those Novas. There's not a whole lot of Stalkers here, only 4. There's also a cannon and a couple shield batteries. No tanks. Testa expands
Charges
again.
a bit out as well.
And Testa's going to lose this base. Yep.
Yeah, I think Testa does have to. I think he can sit back a bit. He's getting like his double
Oop.
Colossus up, and once his thermal lance just finished, +1 gonna finish soon, charge gonna finish soon.
And
I think it'd be wise just to wait and turtle a bit.
Cryptic did load a pair of Widow Mines into this medevac. I'd be interested to see if he tries to split this off to harass while he pushes the front. And Marine gets an idea of what the army looks like. Liberators come here to join the party. The perfect foil to Disruptors. I don't know about those mines. That was weird.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate. Dave, what is Dave doing?
I don't know, but the door's wide open now. And Liberators have just blocked him out of his own base. Colossus gets destroyed by Marines. Liberator guarding the backside. And that Nexus goes down.
Yeah, a bit of questionable position from Dave, but I think Legendary could just keep here.
All right, Dave has
Unless there's huge Nova.
Dave has no choice but to try to play this out here. Nova's whiff. Both Disruptors go down.
That's
GG, and Legendary takes it 2-0. What a game. What a series.
That was another fun series, yeah. We've had, I think this Crucible has been the most entertaining so far.
Yeah.
I think if Dave just stayed there zoning with the disruptors and shield batteries, I think he holds on a little longer. Like, I think he would be too hard to break there. But, I don't know if he was going for the ballsy flank or what. He was thinking base trade again.
Let's take a look at the bracket here real quick.
I'm getting Mitchie and E-Legacy into it.
Yep. And then who's... Yeah, and then Legendary will be playing against 11. Nice. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we've got 3 people from Hex, Mitchie, E-Legacy, and 11, and 1 newcomer.
Testa in the chat saying, I need a drink. Those were crazy series, Dave. Like, well played, man. Honestly, I was impressed. Those are good games.
Okay.
SC2 Showtime. Holy shit, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, man.
Wait, that's not the Showtime.
It'd be
is it?
crazy if it was.
I feel like it's probably not.
We have one person in this party that doesn't need to be in this party. Who is it? Legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cast that one next.
Wait, was the SC2 Showtime that I just followed? He had an underscore after his name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The regular SC2 Showtime has no underscore.
Damn it.
Unless this is his not so secret alt account.
All right, so vetoes. Let's get them going as we head into the semifinals. Cauldron Crucible number 5. All right. Quick and professional vetoes. And we're heading to... Wait, who actually picks first map here? Lightshade, right? Is it ABC?
Yes, it is. It's ABC. It's not the...
Okay, so we're going to Lightshade. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. As long as they agree on 3 maps, no big deal. The Acropolis.
Send TI. Does that mean go?
Send it,
All right,
yeah.
let's go.
Nice.
I was like, T-Pain? TI?
I'm excited for this
Yeah,
one.
it should be good. ZVP is a really volatile matchup, I feel like, so.
Wait, you mean ZVP?
Yeah, ZVP.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think also these 2 players are still in the Cauldron Hex. I
Yeah.
think Schlong McGee took first in his group. And speaking of Schlong McGee, he is spawning in the upper left-hand corner, representing Guns and Roaches.
And his opponent in the bottom right, our blue Protoss player, it is E-Legacy.
Can you join Guns and Roaches if you don't play Zerg?
I think so. Because it's like, you know, SC Swarm has other races now also. But I feel like Zerg has all the good puns for some reason, or like the clan names are very Zerg based. I don't think I've seen like a Protoss or a Terran clan, and you know what that means? It just means Zerg players are more creative.
Speaking of
Right, Vulnox?
Yeah, we're a close tribe. You know.
speaking,
We have to stick together against the oppressive Protoss and Terran.
And that's why we're so loud and proud.
so the 14 hatch again here from Schlong.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. It's okay. It's okay in versus Protoss. But I think going 15 hatch is fine. I think going 15 hatch, you only get blocked on short maps if they pylon scout, and you'll still always get blocked if I believe, maybe not on larger maps if they scout immediately.
And a Legacy's gonna park. Okay. So he sees the hatch timing. Second gateway and a core going out back at home. And it looks like he's getting ready to expand himself.
Yeah, this is gonna be some pretty heavy pressure from Schlong
Yeah, I
B.
think so.
I think
Definitely. Ling's queued up.
a Legacy should realize this.
He's pulled the boys off the gas back into minerals here.
Yeah, a Legacy, he's got a good read on the situation. He gets Cyber, like he still doesn't have a Nexus. He's gonna get it now, but I think he's invested a lot into his defense. I think he's gonna hold this off easily.
Yep, shield battery I think is the perfect choice for what's coming his way here. And also just chronoing out this first Zealot, just to get the wall up, and then like behind it you can get the Adepts.
Yeah, I think if you're a Protoss and you're scared of Link Blood, just open Zealot first. Like, I think open Zealot first and go double Adept after. Pretty fine.
And now that the Adepts are here, this is deflected pretty well. Good play from a Legacy, good read. He's not out of the woods yet, but still that was a pretty good hold.
Really nice. He is still making lings though, it looks like.
Yeah, he's also got a nasty supply block, and he's floating a lot of money. It's not looking good for Schlong McGee. He's going back into gas.
Yep.
Might be a Bane bust.
Couple Overlords.
Yeah, I think the timing was a bit awkward since like his push got stopped basically once speed started. So I think the build is could be refined a bit more. Because if you keep building some workers, the Protoss isn't as suspicious, and then you can like start really pumping off of 3 base.
Yep.
And 3 base, 3 queens, and have speedlings reinforcing instead of slowlings.
Yeah, Schlong is just non-stop droning behind this, trying to catch back up in the worker count. 2 more gates in a robotics facility are down for a Legacy. And with this hallucination, he might be able to pick off this Overlord, which will supply block Schlong once again. And he's going to send the hallucination out across the map.
Yeah, I think the Legacy is playing this perfect right now. I think he's got a good read on the situation. I would like to see...
Okay, so he does see that the layer tech is on the way.
Yeah.
Doesn't get...
Does he see no third?
Well, I know he didn't... I don't think he got eyes on... No, he doesn't know, and he didn't see the Roach Warren either.
But Zerg being down 6 workers, it's not where you really want to be. And he's making roaches into immortals, so...
Yeah.
Like, mostly Stalker and Mortal. Like, even a heavier counter to these roaches, so...
Yeah.
Something just happened at the Zerg Natural, but I didn't see what it was. Oh, okay. You're gonna get supply blocked again, losing this Overlord. As the Carcass falls on that Adept. 4 more gateways coming up here for Protoss. And he's been chronoing out Immortals nonstop, so this is starting to look pretty good for your Legacy here.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to see him like keep producing some probes and like taking these 2 gases.
Are these Overlords just rallied to the wrong spot? Like, I think there's a misrally going on here. I think he had his Lings rallied across the map, and he never reset it. GG is called, and the Legacy is going to take game 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I think Overlord rallies are something people forget about a lot. I know when I go against Cannon Rush, there's so many times my next Overlord is just rallied above the cannons, and I totally forget about it.
Oxide is going to be map number 2. I wouldn't mind seeing a Cannon Rush on this map from Protoss.
Well, they fixed the 2 pylon wall.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did someone just drop?
Looks like Schlong McGee disconnected.
Do we need to remake?
I'm not sure.
Do you see him in the chat? Oh, wait. Okay. He's coming.
He's still in the party. He just left the lobby.
Let's remake.
Okay. So I actually think Oxide is probably the worst map, and I think at least the SC2 replay stats kind of confirm this. Oxide's the worst Zerg map of the pool. Like Submarine's short also, but it doesn't have the high ground natural and like the high ground third. So Zerg has like kind of opportunities to cheese and or like deny a Protoss or Terran third. But on this map, I think it's really hard with the high ground natural. Even though it's a short rush distance, I think with the high ground natural, it's easy for Protoss and Terran to hold on 2 or 3 base.
We'll see if that factors into Mr. Schlong's strategies here.
Well, I think Schlong chose this map, right? Or was it a Legacy?
I'm not sure. Do you remember Vulnox? Yeah, whatever.
No, I didn't catch that.
Okay, it's all good.
Well, I think Schlong, he does like to play aggressively, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is his map pick. But I think, you know, despite its reputation of being a short rush distance, it's still pretty easy to hold.
All right, but in the top right, our blue Protoss, up 1 map in this best of 3, looking to make it to the finals. It is E-Legacy.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, our yellow Zerg down in the series. He needs to win this game to even it up and stay in the series. It is Schlong McGee. So it looks like he's going to take a regular 16. Since the Legacy's gate scouting, he won't be able to block it. Yeah, otherwise just looks completely standard.
Probe's gonna come across the map here. Get a scout, get a look at the pool timing. He sees that it's a hatch gas pool.
Yeah, very standard. We'll probably see a Nexus. Or he might go Cyber first just to feel safe. Nah, we're seeing Nexus first.
Yep.
The Legacy playing with confidence.
Is this pylon a little bit too close? Is it gonna biff his wall? We'll have to see what this wall ends up looking like.
Well, I think the only thing is if it's overlapping, you can hit it with biles. So it doesn't really matter for moving all in. But, wait, actually, should this be moved?
Yeah, I think this pylon needs to be 1 hex closer to where the nexus is, so you can fit a building here. But maybe he just has a different kind of like design to it. We'll have to see what he does.
No, I mean that looks like a one.
Is that a 1 hex gap?
I think so.
I guess maybe it is. I guess we'll see here in a minute. Third,
So actually,
third hatch going down for Shalom.
there are like 1 hex gaps, and there are 1 hex gaps, because something can still be 1 hex, but you might be able to squeeze an extra Zergling in for the surface area, which matters a lot. So a lot of times what you'll see Zergs do is they'll try and like spam move click the lings past the unit in the wall if it's not like super tight to get an extra surface area. So if you ever see like a pro being like, they're just fucking move commanding their lings, what are they doing? They're trying to like get them to squeeze in to get an extra surface area.
Legacy throws down Twilight and Robo at basically the same time here. Ling speed halfway done. Gets a second gateway at the front. On the other side of the map, okay, we got an Adept shading around. And he's going to commit.
Yeah, he'll... Targeting drones and extractor is always
Yeah, it never really works out. Is this Adept going to get away? It does.
Oh,
Barely. But he's going to see the third base.
Link speed's going to finish. He can catch this. Yeah, Legacy kind of realizes it.
Second Adept, not in the great position here. That's a surround.
That's not good.
So he loses both early Adepts. That's good for Schlong. Warp Gate about to finish up. Immortals and Charge on the way.
Schlong, another supply block. So I think we're seeing that a bit. That I think he's got really good strategies. He's got really good plans, but these supply blocks are gonna be nasty.
Yeah, it hurts for sure. Overlord does, I think, see this. Yeah, he sees the Robo and the Twilight. Stalkers do not react to that Overlord at all, and it's going to get away. So a bit of a missed opportunity from a Legacy there. He could have at least picked off that Overlord.
I'd also like to see him kill the Overlord on the pervert pillar.
Yeah, you can target this, right? So.
Yeah, if you just move a unit to kind of like the cliff.
Yeah, this
I have
edge.
enough vision to see this. So it's not a real pervert pillar.
Ling's going to work on the rocks.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think taking down rocks is almost always good for Zerg. Gives you a good opportunity to surround his army, which is going to be important if he goes for a Lingbane style. So it looks like he's going Lingbane Ravager. He's a little behind on drone count.
Yeah, he made a ton of Lings and is just now re-droning. Warp Prism's on the way here for you, Legacy. And he's got 3 Immortals.
Yeah, but actually, no, I'm fine with this drone count. I think he's doing a good job. If he has scouted, there's no third.
Bane Speed's on the way for Schlong, which is an effective counter to this decision to go with Charge.
Yeah, it's not going to be in time, though. But I think he has enough units. He's just got to get a decent surround, and he took down the rocks. So he's all set.
Supply block Schlong. Force fields are decent. Yeah, there's not enough Zealots. He's going to warp in some more. He's got to protect these Immortals.
Let's see the Bane connection. Not on the Zealots. That's pretty unideal. Gotta pull back.
That was a good hot pickup with the prison there to keep that one Immortal alive.
The surround was really good at first for Schlong McGee, but then those Lings kind of got bottlenecked.
The targeting was just on the Stalkers.
And
you don't really want Roaches here, you want Ravagers, but Usually would be have another gas. You usually go with 5 gas.
Nice Baneling hit. Not enough though.
Yeah, pretty strong push.
Warping in 7 more charge slots to try to take care of any Ling reinforcements. 7 drones going down.
This is too much.
And Schlong McGee is finding himself in trouble here. Loses the 3rd hatch. And a Legacy knows it.
Yeah. Oh, I think the macro is just slipping a bit. He's got so much money, but no inject.
GG is called, and a Legacy is going to make it to the finals with a 2-0 over Schlong McGee.
Yeah, actually, I think that was a good match. I think Legacy played it really smart. I think Schlong McGee played it really smart too. It's just getting supply blocked a few times and missing a few injects. I think both those, and he holds the push pretty easily.
Learn a new build.
Oh, we got some BM from Schlong McGee.
Ouch.
Yeah. Maybe if you learned how to inject.
Yeah, I mean, the supply blocks, I think, is what really derailed Schlong there.
Yeah, it's just the macro. I think.
We're just going to ignore that BM. So anyway,
It's alright. It's alright.
we got, who's up next? We got Legendary versus 11.
Got some
That's
spicy
right. Let's get him in
games.
here.
Oh yeah, Sir Rectum Schlong did definitely get the Schlong in that match.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, a bit of banter always makes things fun.
Yeah, but let's see. We just getting legendary. Looks like AFK. Oh, he's not accepting whispers from people who are not.
Oh, I added him earlier.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can. Is he not in the party, actually?
No, he's not. Oh, okay. He was suggested. He's just not responding. Let me try to hit him up on Discord real quick.
So looks like we got a ZVT up next. What's Legendary's MMR? He's actually 30, almost 3,700. I think 11 should be favored MMR wise. Yeah, almost 4K.
Okay,
But,
I sent him a message.
Legendary's been playing good so far.
I also hit him up in the StarCraft chat client, but he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, maybe he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have another match we can cut to.
I think it's good. The tournament's moving pretty smoothly now.
Yeah, no, definitely is. And I agree. It's definitely been entertaining so far.
Crazy matches so far. Yeah, this has been a really good one.
The Legendaries seem more like a macro player, right? Like, maybe that's why those games were a little longer earlier.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we didn't see his first. We've only seen one series from him, right? Just
Yeah, we did.
The series versus Dave.
Yeah.
That I feel like you can't really say much from that series. Like that was not
Right.
typical StarCraft.
I got the impression like he wanted to play macro though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you don't really think so.
Well, I just
It's hard to say.
Yeah, I think it's just hard to say.
Yeah.
Oh, Sir Rectum says he added $10 to the pool. Very cool.
Nice.
Thank you
Oh,
so much,
thanks,
man.
That's my friend Mikey. I didn't even realize that when you were saying Sir Rectum, that's not usually He's Paw Daddy in the Discord. I forgot that's who that was. Actually. What's up, Mikey? Thanks, man.
And the winner of this, of course, will go on to face a Legacy in the finals. Is the finals also best of 3?
Yeah, we've just been doing best
Okay,
of 3s. We could make it a best of 5 if you guys want to.
I guess it's
Maybe for
more up
next
to the
week.
players. Hey,
Yeah,
we got
you'll let me know.
Legendary here. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know if Legendary is purely a macro player. Looks like he went 2-Rex Reaper one game against Insane. So I think he's just well rounded.
Yeah, I might be totally wrong.
Well, and he's shown he can macro. I think he's quite well rounded. Seems like.
Yeah.
Oh, he went 2 games. 2-Rex Reaper. Let me see. Oh, you just held on one a bit longer. Legendary looks like he's only he's under 3,700. I don't know about last season, but let's see last season. Oh, last season he was D1, 3,900. But that's still in our range. What, the cap's 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah, cap's 4K.
K11's gonna ban Oxide. Legendary's gonna ban Lightshade.
Who bans Lightshade? I feel like it's such a
Standard map, yeah.
I feel like I see no one ever ban Lightshade.
Di-
I think the only difference about Lightshade is like the third is a little further out there than normal, and the main is a little big. But other than that, it just feels like such a standard map.
Okay, so
It's so it's so forgettable.
Romanticide's gonna be. Oh, Sir Rectum hitting me with a tier 1 sub. What's up, man? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Let's get the flapjacks in the chat. The no
thumb rock. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, go spam your rock on with no thumbs.
I'll put a thumb on it eventually. I got so excited that I hit affiliate that I just like made those like really quickly. Okay, so map 2 doesn't matter.
A lot of people don't want to pick maps.
I don't
tonight.
understand that.
I don't know, like maybe the map pool's still
okay,
too
so
new. They don't know the
so
names.
Submarine will be map 2, and then Decider will be on Jag. Okay.
All right, nice.
Okay, here we go.
All right. No, but that has been the theme. People are overly polite. I guess that's better than the opposite.
I mean, is it? just pick, and it makes the process.
Yeah, I
interesting.
think you should
Yeah.
just. Yeah. Being like, I don't care what map it is not helpful when we're
Like,
we're
oh,
doing
I
a
don't care
tournament with a
either.
veto process. But that's okay. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, our teal Terran player representing Cryptic. It is Legendary.
And his opponent spawning in the upper left-hand corner. It is our red Zerg, Ashes 11.
So 11's playing in the Cauldron for the first time, the long format Hex. And like we said earlier, Legendary, I haven't seen much of him. We were kind of guessing earlier what his playstyle would be based on his match history.
Well, I think 11 plays Terran in our tournament.
Well, that's
in
true.
game. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think he's just above the cap with his Zerg.
And I'm playing him tomorrow in our group.
He seems to play pretty aggressively. I wouldn't say like he's not that. He has some cheese, but a lot of times he just likes aggressive tempo.
Yeah.
So I guess Legendary. He's shown some 2-Rex Reaper, and he's shown some macro as well. But looks standard from both players as well.
SCV Scat's gonna head across the middle of the map here. looks like it's going to be a Reaper expand out of Legendary.
Yeah, and Hatch Gas pull out of 11. Very standard. We'll see. I think the biggest point of contention is an early tank push on the 3rd, behind these mine-outable minerals. So I think Terran is quite good against Zerg on this map. You do see some Zergs taking kind of like that low ground other 3rd. But there's also another good position behind the rocks. It's not quite as good, but you're also left out more in the open for drops. Or just in general, Hellion run-bys. So we'll see what 11 opts to do.
Reaper going to show up at the natural here. Start to kite some Zerglings.
He's got the SCV there too. This is gonna be really annoying.
It's not micro SCV.
Yeah.
Ooh, but he still manages to body block with the Reaper. Saves the drone with the gas. And this Reaper is very annoying. Look at that!
Oh,
Denied again.
wow, this
Reaper with
this
5
micro-
kills.
Yeah, this Reaper is he's putting in
We
work.
got a
Okay, now-
Beyond
He's
over
some-
here.
yeah,
Holy
go.
shit.
So I think 11's kind of pivoting. He skipped Ling speed. He's going straight to lair. So he might just go 2 base lair roaches, or he might just go 2 base muta. And I think that's not a bad decision considering his plans to take a 3rd were absolutely thwarted.
Reaper's gonna dive deep, try to get a little bit more information here. Queen's gonna pick it off. Nope. Almost.
This Reaper is a hero.
So he
They
Oh.
can't decipher it.
so he sees the, but he does see the layer morphing up. So
Yeah, well this is a little weak. He sees lair but no second gas, so I think he should be thinking roaches, but there's
He's
no
thinking Nidus. You can see him scouting his main with the Marine.
no. I don't know if he's thinking Nidus. This is also, you usually want to send in an Overlord between 3:30 and 4 to see what the Terran's tech choices.
Oh right. No, I think Legendary thinks this might be a Nidus.
it
summon.
is a Nidus coming. 11 throws down a Nidus behind the Roach Warren here. 3rd CC at the front for Legendary.
Actually, yeah, I'm kind of surprised it was a Nidus myself, but I guess with.
Well, this Viking's gonna deny this vision here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just great choices from Legendary so far. Do you think he's going to complete the Nidus? I guess he does have the perfect color Overlord. I don't know if 11 will
He's
realize
about to
that.
lose it. Hellion's making a dive here at the natural.
Does he see the Nidus? I don't think he did.
He has
Oh,
to
he
have
missed the
noticed
Nidus.
that there's no Ling speed. And he's gonna start barbecuing some drones.
He's not pulling them.
Ooh! Ooh! 11 drones go down.
Okay, well, back at home, there's not a whole lot here though for Legendary.
Yeah, he needs tanks.
He has 8 army supply.
He needs tanks.
He is.
You're right. He doesn't have a tank information.
Yeah,
He
he's.
just started.
Yeah, he's gonna throw down the tech lab. Stim is almost done, but he doesn't really have any army for it. And there's
He has no units.
quite a few
He's not
roaches
spending.
coming across here.
And, yeah, and 11's got a lot of gas, so like he should be able to make some Ravagers, I guess, to use on this bunker.
Oh, Legendary, you gotta start pumping Marines out of this. Barracks, why is this? What's happening? Roach is showing up. There's nothing in this bunker.
Yeah, Legendary, he has 12 army supply.
Here's his
And a
gun.
lot of that is currently building.
If only you could load a landed Viking into a bunker. He still has his production floating in his main. This is looking really rough all of a sudden.
11 needs to get up into the main right now
Yeah.
before this tank. Okay, he has got one tank.
And another in
but it's
production, but it's just one tank.
I mean, one tank does a lot.
Okay.
Don't have. It's far enough back where the Ravagers won't be able to get to it easily.
Nidus Worm in the natural. The Ravager's morphing.
just- Can he get this?
And
The Banshee's gonna be huge. I think Legendary holds here.
he uses these Ravagers really well, he might be able to sneak in.
Yeah, he gets the depot, but man, the tank putting in a lot of work. Second tank is ready to go and sieged up.
Second tank. Yeah, with 2
And this
tanks.
Banshee's out. This Banshee's out. Oh, unless he doesn't micro the Banshee.
Banshee eats a couple biles, but it's still alive. And he's gonna focus fire down this Ravager.
You should bring it.
He should bring it.
Yeah,
Like, that Banshee's 2 hits away from dead.
more roaches popping down the
he's not
worm.
micro- He
Oh!
doesn't micro the Banshee.
Loses the
Oh my
Banshee.
god, that's huge.
But again, this is a rough spot to be running up this ramp. Oh, he's gonna lose everything. Roach is just getting blasted apart by these siege tanks. One has 6 kills, the other one has 9. Nice.
And
Yeah, but I still think it's kind of close here. Like, during all that, Legendary's lost a lot of SPVs.
Third tank sieging up. And it's going to have to be something
think-
besides roaches if he wants to end the game here, I think. Unless he just manages to catch him in a bad position.
he's got to get this Titus in the base as well.
11 should just expand.
This CC can't do anything. This other CC is still floating in the main. He manages to kill the Nidus Worm.
Does the Banshee kill, I guess it does. I've never known that interaction. I know, like, Immortals and, like, Probes. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Oh! Banshee falls. Another Banshee comes
this
out.
is- I-
You gotta micro that Banshee! Oh man, eats more biles.
Oh, yeah. Just the poor Banshee micro is keeping 11 in this game. I really think 11 should expand here. But he might not realize how much economic damage he does.
I mean, there's 5 tanks at the top of this ramp. The roaches are not gonna run up this ramp. It just will not happen.
I wouldn't
Well, I mean-
mind Legendary just floating a CC.
Yeah, he's denying this like any expansion but the main for so long though.
Yep.
Yeah. Just float a CC out to like that far left.
Oh, the
Oh my
biles!
God, losing Banshees left and right.
Tank leapfrogging forward, trying to get rid of this Zerg in his natural. Don't! Oh my god. He can't lose another Banshee like that.
He's F2ing, I think. His Banshee's moving the same as his Marines. Yeah, it's not quite as efficient.
Finally
but-
able to land the CC.
Oh, well, watch this Ravager kill this Banshee.
Another Nidus coming up. Tanks and Banshees should be able to take care of this pretty easily.
I think once he did that first round of damage, I think he just expanded and he would be in a great
Yeah.
position. But now it's like his expansion's kind of like the last resort, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to kill him.
He's going to try to transition into Hydras, so this might end up being a lurker play. Don't think that's the best choice against this many
Legendary has
tanks.
So many tanks.
Third base is going to finally be able to land. Both players under 40 workers here at the 11-minute mark. What about upgrades? We got Stim Pack, and then we have Roach Speed and +1. And that's it.
Yeah, I like Legendary's position here.
A really good hold. That was scary. I mean, when that was coming across, you really didn't have any units at all.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that saved him was his Viking denying the Nidus in the main.
Yeah.
And I think if he did that and just didn't lose his first 2 Banshees, I think this game's over by now. But now at noon, we still got a game.
Yep.
I think the Terran's in a better position, but 11's definitely not out of it.
The third...
You know, like
Oh, go ahead.
if he gets if he gets Hydra Lurker Viper, you can come back from a lot of stuff with Hydra Lurker Viper if your control's good.
Yeah, Viper's being the key component of that because you really just can't fight these tanks straight up. We'll see, but we got a Marine tank push heading across the map here. Legendary did not opt for Cloaked Banshees. No, he did not. Okay. And this could hit a good timing.
Hasn't mined out the minerals.
If he lets 1-1 finish before this hits, this could be a really strong push from Legendary. So many tanks, 6 tanks.
I don't like this angle.
Yeah, I also feel like he can get a little bit closer. Okay, 11's hip to it, but tanks have already sieged.
Oh, he's got a nice split,
Okay,
actually.
yeah. Good concave on the tanks. He is going to lose 1. Marine stim forward.
Still in range. But I like the ideas here. Bold.
Okay.
Biles.
+1 armor finishes up for the Terran. He eats some Biles! The Ravengers. Okay. Forces the Zerg to kite back in a tank fire. He's got a couple lurkers here now, defensively placed. Yep. And he's gonna know that now.
Yeah, just move tanks up to scan.
And 11's doing good work with these Biles, just trying to hang on. Losing that 3rd hatch hurts so bad, though.
Yeah.
He does.
It's just mainly the production.
He does have another hatchery on the south side of this that just completed. And he's got 4 lurkers. But how is he going to stop these tanks that are just going to leapfrog forward?
There's too many tanks. Lurkers do not do well against tanks.
They really don't.
You really need Vipers.
They really don't. More bio dropping off. More tanks pushing forward.
11's adding in on Banes, and he's getting Bane speed, but the Bane speed, it's going to be forever until that Bane speed finishes. I guess if he can hold on until then, you know, he's giving himself a chance, but I don't think he's going to have the time.
Legendary's building a CC behind this and another starport. The Banes can't get anywhere close to those Marines. And now he's losing lurkers. Bit of a weird rally here with these Marauders. But I don't even know if it matters.
Pleasure's floating so much. I think, I mean, it is a delicate push.
He's going to pick up the bio and just dive into the main here. Just going to catch these lurkers out of position.
I mean, you can just elevate her
Yep.
here, go up, go down. That's like the hard thing about trying, like taking triangle masons there.
And this force, oh! He's a little bit slow on putting those lurkers down. Loses 3 of them.
Ooh, but also Pleasure is a bit slow.
Ling's coming in trying to take care of these tanks. They get 1. Marines back on the ground. Tanks leapfrog forward. 11 types GG.
That's a solid hold. Solid hold. Good slow tank push against lurkers. I think Legendary played that pretty well. But the thing is, I also love 11's like adjustment on the fly, right? He loses his 3rd, and then he says, okay, instead of Ling speed, I'm going Lair, and I'm gonna go 2 base Roach with Nidus. I think it's a great adaptation to you know, getting his 3rd denied for so long.
Agreed. One hell of a hold there by the Terran player. I really thought he was in a lot more trubs than he ended up.
Just the Biles, man.
The Biles hurt.
Oh, he's gotta dodge the Biles better.
Biles hurt.
So many banshees.
It's amazing.
So many,
Like
so
4 or
many
5
dead banshees.
banshees.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Okay, everyone's ready. Here we go. So heading to game 2 of this semi-finals match of the Crucible. Winner of this going to go on to face the Protoss Legacy in the grand finals. You boys want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Vulnox, you start.
all right. In the upper left-hand corner are Teal Terran player from Team Cryptic, Legendary.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is our red Zerg, Ashes 11, who's down 0-1 in the series. He needs to win the next 2 if he wants to advance.
So Legendary so far has had a TVT, TVP, now a TVZ. It's kind of
He
fun.
literally held against 30 supply of roaches with a landed Viking and like 3 Marines. I have no idea how that happened.
I mean, I wouldn't really say he took a lot of damage to the point that I think if 11 just took a third, he would have been fine.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think 11 committed a little bit too much there, made too many Niduses. I also really thought if he had transitioned to Aspire instead of Hydra Lurker, I probably would have had a lot more map control.
Especially against all those tanks too.
Yeah, I mean, he would have made more Marines in response, but like it really would have slowed down that whole strategy.
I mean, maybe I think yeah, expanding and taking Spire is probably the best bet. But he probably was thinking like, oh, you know, I'm killing the Banshees. I'm getting really close to breaking him, so he's just pushing to try to break him. And then once he didn't, he realizes, oh shit, I'm really behind.
Yeah.
And the only Zerg comp that you can compete from behind is Hydra Lurker Viper.
Yeah.
And he just he got caught in the transition, you know? Legendary timed his push well.
CC gonna go down on location. Reaper heading across the map. The Reaper control was so good in that last game too, blocking that third so many times, killing all 6 firstlings that came out. That was really good by the team, for sure. Let's see if he can conjure up some of those miracles again.
Yeah, 11 looks like he's taking a bit earlier of a third. Doesn't want to deal with that again. Still loses 2
Yeah,
lings.
still losing some lings,
Not
but he
great.
does get the third down. He's gonna start up ling speed. Factory's almost done back at home for the Terran.
I like where his Marine is positioned. He is very conscious about Niduses. Or just potential scouts. I hate like when Terrans go 2-1-1 a lot of times because they have enough Marines to defend the front and always deny your scout. So it's like you kind of know they're going 2-1-1 and then you have no idea what else is coming after.
Starport on the way. This Overlord's gonna get greeted by this Marine.
Yeah, good scout timing.
11's gonna want to build. Okay, he does have another Overlord coming up behind this. It's good. He won't get blocked from this.
Very standard for both players.
SCVs now have to mine gas through the blood and guts of that dead Overlord. And 4 Hellions are coming across the map.
Yeah, four is a normal amount. We'll see if he makes any more. No, it looks like he's switching it. He's going Cloak Banshee.
You know, his Hellions did good damage last game too. So both the Reapers and the Hellions did good harass last game. We'll see if he can get that again.
At the last, oh my god. The most inopportune timing was this.
Yeah.
I think he should have seen those Hellions
Ooh!
fly. He's paying attention to that.
Oh! Legendary
Oh, man.
living up to his name here. 10 drones go down. And
Nice block here though.
the car is trying to get to safety. And they will get cleaned up. 11 drones die.
I actually think
11 drones.
So-
Yeah, that's
yeah, 11 drones die.
Fran74XD, thank you for following. Welcome.
So a lot of times, like, I think diving your Hellions in, I think it was worth it there, but if you got a little less, right, you lose your map control a lot, and the Zerg can just kind of cruise spread for free. We don't really see 11 take advantage of that, but oh yeah, he's starting to. But yeah, that's the main purpose of Hellions in ZVT is not to kill drones. It's to like have map control. Because as Terran, you gotta keep working on that creep spread, or else your bio pushes are not gonna be effective.
Very true. And 11's on top of the creep spread here. Banshees with cloak. We do have spores, so he is prepared for this.
Yeah, there's a lot of spores. Did he see the tech lab researching? I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't even see a tech lab, so he's just he just guessed.
Is he in the chat right now on my stream?
Oh.
Better not be.
I don't think so. He's an honorable Zerg.
Oh, okay.
He went Banshee last game.
That's true.
You know. And also a couple of these spores are more for libs in the positions they're in. But it is an inordinate amount of spores.
Yeah, especially, I mean, it's one Banshee. He stopped the production, even swapped off the tech lab.
2 cloak Banshees, I think.
Oh, is it 2?
Yeah. Right, because usually...
Ooh, loses the Banshee.
Because 2 Banshees will one-shot a drone.
Right.
So then they can do it immediately before they, like, make it into a spore. Because if you only have 1 Banshee, they fire pretty slowly. So, you know, it takes 1 hit to make it to a spore. And you can just save up that way. So you almost never see single Banshee attacks.
Okay, got a double drop getting set up here from Legendary.
Wow. 11 throwing down 14 creep tumors. He likes quantity. He doesn't really care about transfuses.
Ooh, and he's gonna research drilling claws. And he's got a reactor factory making widow mines. Double drop's gonna unload here in the top right. And looking like he wants to try to pressure this 4th base. Combat shields is about to finish.
AoE here. Pick up.
You gotta get out. Okay.
Good
Getting
save,
3
good
queens
save.
right there is nice.
Only loses 1 Marine so far.
I think 11's been a little greedy.
Ooh!
Oh. Nice bait hit.
Okay.
But yeah, if if Legendary push right now, 11's pretty dead. He's at 87 drones.
More Banes morphing up.
Yes, I think if Legendary doesn't realize this, he's just gonna get outscaled.
Well, he does have a 4th CC going down here at his 3rd base. I do like the depot wall. But that's a lot of Ling Bane. Hydralisk Den finishing up. Infestation Pit almost done for 11. He's got a macro hatch as well. And
Yeah, Legendary needs to go now. And it's hard because, right, he lost his Hellions. He hasn't been able to get a handle on this creep spread.
now the Widow Mines could be make a big difference here, but they're kind of out of position. Tank gets surrounded.
Yeah, he just catches them when he's unsieged. Widow Mine's unburrowed. Like, this is like the power of macro, right? Legendary has to push so far onto creep before he even threatens the base. Because he lost his initial Hellions for drones. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're ahead economically, but you still need someone to get mad.
Also, 11 manages to draw some friendly fire from that Widow Mine, kill some of the bio. But a lot more Marines and Mines rallying across the map to meet up with this push.
11 or sorry, Legendary also has like 10 idle SCVs.
Ouch. Yeah, he does. Okay, he's splitting off. He's trying to kill some creep tumors. He has a lot of Widow Mines here. If he plays this right. Oh, good mine hit.
The mines aren't spread out quite as much as
Yeah, that's true.
I
And
think it's just he's feeling the pressure. He knows he needs to get on the Zerg, so he's not really taking his time.
again, the friendly fire from these mines hurting a little bit.
Oh man, I'm just looking at all these idle SCVs.
Yeah, there's a ton of them at the third here. And the third's way undersaturated.
Yeah. And even at the natural wall, idle SCVs.
Okay, he needs to leapfrog forward with these Widow Mines. Okay, mines hit the Banes there. Nice.
Yeah, but still, he's on 62 workers and like a dozen of them are not doing it.
Also, 11's macro not slipping here. He's getting Adrenal Glands. He's getting a Greater Spire.
And Greatest Fire is interesting.
Once Adrenal finishes, this gets a lot scarier for Legendary. So Widow Mines are doing a decent job here, trying to keep this Lingbane Hydra army at bay.
So yeah, he's gonna go Broodlords. I think the one time, like, if you're not gonna scout Broodlords, if 9 Corruptors, you fly them over to a Terran base, just morph them into Broods before they can get their Thor count up. It's
Ooh, siege that tank, siege that tank, siege that tank! Yeah, that's dead. Ooh, ooh. 11 really holding it here.
Yeah, it's not a great position fighting,
And
but he's doing he's doing an amazing job of sending just enough units in to trigger them.
What a hold.
I think that's always something that's really delicate. I feel like. Because a lot of times you don't know how many mines there are, so you need to send enough units to trigger all the mines, but to not die to the Terran DPS before you get there. So it's always like this balancing act where you kind of have to like guess, or be suiciding in Overseers for.
Yeah, Zerg is controls roughly half the map right now with creep spread. We got a single medevac heading down to the south side here to try to attack this hatchery here.
Yeah, he'll probably get it, but it doesn't really matter.
11 pulls almost. Okay, no, he does split off some forces, so he doesn't pull himself out of position too badly. These Lings do have Adrenal, and the hatch survives. Couple Corruptors in the mix.
I love this Broodlord skin. Look at this Broodlord skin.
Wait,
That is a sexy.
I gotta
Broodlord
find
skin.
him. Oh yeah. Nice.
So spiky.
+3 infantry weapons is on the
this drop
way.
is getting denied.
You gotta get out of there, these Corruptors. Okay. He might be able to pick off this hatchery this time.
I don't.
If he stims, maybe 18 hit points left. The hatchery survives. Oh. And Legendary's down 50 supply. He's down 1 armor upgrade. And Zerg is on the offensive now. Lingbane Hydra with Corruptor support. Broodlords filing in behind. The wall is open. And Zerg gets into the third base. There's a lot of bio here. He's able to clean up those Lings pretty easily, but there's a lot of Broodlords.
Yeah, he doesn't have any lords. The Vikings they're only 2.
Yeah, he needs more Vikings. And he can only make 2 at a time.
Yeah, he needs.
And the bio is stuck fighting Broodlings, the last thing you want to see. Legendary in a rough spot. Supply is dropping. Yeah, there's just nothing here to deal with these broods.
Yeah, I think this is the game.
This is gonna get interesting because there's only 2 Corruptors here.
Yeah, he does need more Corruptors to support this. +3.
Well, I think there's enough Hydras.
Yeah, there's just not quite enough.
+3 weapons is finishing up for Terran, but it might be too little too late. He's got to lift the CC.
Yeah, the hybrids are bad. If he can pick off these corruptors, I mean, I'm sorry, these broodlords, that's a lot of supplying gas. But here comes corruptors.
Yeah, more corruptors show up, take out a couple medevacs. And yeah, there's a couple Vikings here now, but there's only 5 of them, and there's just so many broodlords. GG.
Yeah, good. Impressive comeback by 11. I think again, he kind of slips up in the early game, but he recovers well. He cuts a few corners, and Legendary just doesn't scout that 11 just goes up to 80 drones on like 20 army supply. And if you leave a Zerg alone for a few minutes, it gets real ugly real quick.
And with that, we got a game 3.
You know, you don't see broodlords very often anymore.
You really don't.
It was almost like a flex move, I feel.
No, I think in that position it was okay because right, he's going. It's not like he opened mutas, so they're not gonna have any Thors.
Yeah, no, I'm not being totally serious, but I do think though that in a more even game, you'd have a tough time using broodlords.
Yeah. It's like you kind of have to catch them off guard.
Yeah.
I think he certainly
But
did.
in any case, spawning the bottom left-hand corner, we have our Cyan Terran. Series is tied 1-1. Let's see if he can close out the trifecta of beating a Terran, Protoss, and Zerg. It is Legendary.
And his opponent in the top right corner, our red Zerg player, it is 11. Winner of this gonna go on to face Legacy in the grand finals.
Also, both first and second are guaranteed money, so... Oh, it's Proxy Rax. I like this decision. I feel like it takes balls to do this in like set point.
Oh yeah, this is crazy. We'll see if it works. It's all gonna depend. Okay, is 11 gonna send this Overlord over there or not?
Oh no.
Actually, it's only 2 racks, so it's not that committed.
I don't think 11's going to be expecting this at all, just based on the way Legendary has played in this series so far.
Yeah, this is definitely a crazy move from him. Do we think these SCVs are just going to build 2 more racks right after this?
No, he has a refinery.
Okay, 11's Overlord is going to move over that direction. He's going to spot it here in a moment.
And that is a risky place to put these 2 barracks for that reason. This is not a non-Overlord path.
Well, also, if the Zerg plans to take his third, he'll see
He's going to pull the drones to deny these bunkers.
But the 2 racks will hit a bit earlier than the 3 or 4. So this position is not bad.
11 might be overreacting.
I mean, it's definitely nice to prevent that bunker from going up.
Well, I mean,
the 2 spines.
Legendary needs to lift up and go back home. Like this push is dead in the water. He needs to go back home.
3rd spine queued up, and there's already lings. Bunker's not even close to being done. It's just a couple Marines.
Both players committing more than I would have guessed, actually.
Well, I mean, it's good for 11, right? If the Terran is going to keep committing, like so now, right?
It's good. Especially if you were to cancel the 3rd spine crawler, maybe. I'd
like to see the links go check, and he is now.
Well, I mean, it's not going to hurt to have 3 spine crawlers. That's a lot, though.
I think canceling this 3rd spine, but he's okay. So a lot of times 2 racks, the Terran will still be ahead, economically. But Legendary took a bit earlier gas with it. And as Zerg, if you hold off like a 2 racks, or even sometimes a 3 racks, I think if you hold off 3 racks without losing too much, you're just ahead, like kind of in every area.
Yeah.
But it's mainly tech. It's mainly tech that you're ahead in, facing a typical 2 racks.
The more I look at this, the more I think like I don't want to beat a dead horse too much. But like the fact that he made those 3 spawns might mean that Legendary is ahead here, even though he's floating like 900 minerals.
Yeah.
I only say that because they were even on workers until right now.
Yeah, no, I think 11's in a good spot.
11 taking his 3rd hatch. 2nd CC is down on the high ground for Legendary. And just a barracks just flying over the Zerg base, checking out what he's up to.
Yeah, a lot of times you see Terrans go into mech after,
Command center has
especially if
been
they get the
upgraded.
gas.
Okay, so he did not
Right.
spot this Baneling nest. It went down just when the barracks left the vision.
Yeah, but I think if you see the spinning links, you kind of assume.
True.
Like, they're gonna have a Bane nest at some point. It's more if you can hit a timing before Bane speed.
He's making 2 bunkers on the high ground here.
Yeah, he's gonna need a
3rd CC on the way.
Oh, he's gonna be able to lift the depot in time. Oh, these mines! The mines!
Okay, gets a couple lings.
Whoa! Oh, Bane bust.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm a fan. I think Bane bust, like, you gotta be all in if you're Bane busting. There's no half-ass Bane bust. And he also needs 1 more Bane.
Yeah,
It does seem like he's casually.
like a minute later than you would, and he's also, like you said, short on Banes that actually won't break a depot.
Yeah, you need 5, and ideally, right, you hit the reactor, and then or whatever add-ons here, and it kills both depots and the reactor.
Yeah, you taught me that actually. I think Wizzer. Yeah,
Did
I think
I?
you. Yeah, because I was talking about Bane busting, and you were like, "Yeah, you should always try to hit the middle building," which I did not
Yeah.
realize. Although,
I think sometimes you might only be able to kill 1. I'm actually not sure if you can hit both supply depots. I know you can hit 1.
11 is
Sure, maybe get some damage on the other.
was building some drones because I don't see how going up the ramp into Widow Mines and 2 bunkers is gonna work here.
Yeah, this is very half-half. This is like the polite Bane's knock at the door. Hello? Can we get inside? And just like that. And then
Oh! Big Widow Mine shot. Takes out all of the Banes. And Legendary senses the momentum. Now he's going to send his CCs out. Okay. Widow Mine drop heading across the map.
he still has a good. I wouldn't mind seeing a Roach Ravager all in, like pivoting, because he has no. If he can cancel the Bane speed upgrade, like he could start missile attacks, and he could catch Legendary off guard because Legendary is he has no tanks.
See if he's able to get anything done with this Widow Mine drop. He's gonna drop all 4 mines.
No.
Drones are pulled.
Good pull
Yep.
away. I think he was just a split second late in burrowing each of the mines.
Yeah, he only gets 2 drones.
And he's gonna lose the no. Oh, this I didn't realize the barracks is still there.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's able to get out with 2 of the
But yeah.
mines. Not great though. Good,
Yeah, really good micro from.
good defense from the Zerg there.
But man, I think if you burrowed them as soon as they came out, I think that's big damage.
3 more barracks go down at home for Terran, bring up to a total of 5. 3rd CC is down, and banked up quite a bit of energy too. And two medevacs and a handful of Marines heading across the center of the map here.
Yeah, 11's being a bit greedy again with the drones. He's just starting Lings, but it's a little late. I think this form is gonna get it tonight.
And Legendary is not done. He wants to kill this hatch. Stims forward again. Finds a queen. Lifts back up. Gets out. Oh.
Yeah, 11, he's just hammering the drone keep like right after he holds a push, which is great. Every time he holds a push, big drones. Every time like you get a Bane run by kill workers, big units.
Legendary scans the third, pulls some of 11's army out of position, and now it's going to drop the main. But 11's here to take care of it.
Yeah. Great job by 11.
Yeah, good defense. Okay. Bane's connecting on the Marines. And Legendary not able to pick off this hatchery.
Wow. Legendary producing 13 Marines at a time. How many racks does he have?
He's on.
Is this
He's
8
on 7 racks.
7. Okay. So this is not quite Clem's like 3 base 8 racks parade push. Oh, but he is adding constantly more racks.
Ooh, okay. Widow Mines once again. Taking care of some Banes. Mines are a good unit.
Yeah, both one flank, one crush.
And he's going to pick up again, try to head over to the main. 11 sees it. He's reacting now.
Yeah, I think if you have mines instead of tanks, it's really hard to like inch forward on a position. I feel like if you're playing like a Widow Mine style, you just get deep on a creep, burrow the mines far forward. Because the mines, right, they don't do anything if they're out of range, so you need the bio to be able to kite back into the
Right.
mines. But he has the mines pretty far back. Since he's not able to get in a good position. Partly because like 11's creep spread is good, and he's not really doing anything to deny it. So 11 sees, he always sees where Legendary is.
Legendary taking a planetary fortress at his fourth behind this.
Not the greatest plans there.
Just pick off that queen.
A lot of his own grades. Man, I also think Legendary, he could be stutter stepping a bit more. Like a lot of times he's just retreating straight back even though the Banes aren't quite there. You could, I think when you're stimmed, stutter stepping is so helpful.
Especially if you have the micro to be able to focus down the Banes that are coming at you at the same time. Okay, Willie is able to deny this expansion. And the medevacs.
Oh, and
okay.
he denies the other expansion.
So both players still very much in this game.
Yeah, I think I have to favor 11's position here, though. Like he's getting Adrenal, he's getting Ultralisk Cavern.
Yeah, and he's also up 21 workers right now. Legendary still producing the 13 Marines at a time.
Yeah, and Legendary's gonna be behind on upgrades once Zerg's 3-3 finishes.
Okay. Yeah, the worker
Like, I would like to see some other harass instead of just this location. Although I guess he catches 11 sleeping a bit.
Wait, he might get the hatch this time. Yeah, the hatch goes
that's
down.
huge.
Legendary, just with relentless Marine harass, finally takes out this position. 11 immediately remakes the hatch. Ooh!
Oh my god.
Big Bane hit on the Marines, though. The armor supply's even back out.
46 lings. 46 lings on the way.
Ultralisk Cavern's also getting upgrades.
And this has been a really scrappy game and scrappy
Oh, yeah.
series.
Yeah.
I like it.
Legendary has a ton of bio, though. So many Banes morphing. I think he needs more mines than this. Okay, he does have a couple more. I didn't see those.
I mean, I don't like it, right? Because the Overseer's just there. Like, you can't push into a position with mines, like, where the enemy's there. Not like you can with tanks. Like, I would love to see him just, you know, sit back a bit, clear some of this creep, and then start pushing, where you can get the mines moved up forward.
He is throwing down Tech Lab factories, so maybe he is trying to transition into tanks here.
Yeah, I mean, also think about, like, what a couple tanks do instead of all these mines.
Agreed.
But Legendary transitioning correctly into libs. He's getting personal cloaking for his ghosts. I think he's making it to the late game attack a little behind the ultras. I think 11 has this small timing window where I think he can get a lot done here. Oh my god, that mine.
And that's a lot of Zerg. Meanwhile, some Marines simming up the left side of the map. Liberators coming along the right
11.
side.
11 needs to hit now. You just use your reinforcements a little bit.
Oh no, these Marines are going to get surrounded here.
This is his timing window.
And Legendary now on the back foot.
Where are
The libs are hanging out in the center of the map. Not doing anything. They need to come back. So much Zerg showing up at the 4th base. Terran here. 21 workers die immediately. There's no tanks left.
I think well played by 11. You know,
The drops come back, the libs come back, but only after his base has just been wrecked. 44 workers have gone down. How do you stop this? I mean, there's even enough Hydras here that these libs really can't get into position at all. And now he's in the main.
Tanks to zone as well, I think.
There's no counter pressure available. GG is called, and 11's gonna go to the final.
Nice series.
Yeah, that was a great series. They're a really good.
My
game.
God, yes. Both players playing out of their minds that game. GG's.
Yeah, we see 11 just take advantage of, even though a lot of times he's falling behind in the early game, but he kind of finds a window where it's safe to drone, and like, kind of as the opponent, if you're not scouting all the time, like you're gonna miss that window, and all of a sudden, like, he's back in a good position.
Agreed. Guys, I'm gonna take like a quick 2-minute break. I'm just gonna hit the bathroom real quick, and then we'll get back into these grand
Sounds
finals. So we'll catch you guys here in just 2 minutes. Thanks for hanging out.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool, cool. All right. Do we decide if this is a best of 3 or a best of 5?
I mean, it's up to Vulnox, but I think it's a best of 3 still. Like, we're just gonna go as, you know, as stated, instead of changing things,
I think that's also the way to go.
last second. I think it would be a good idea to do best of 5, next week. Although, I guess that also depends on how big the tournament is. I think this tournament was, one of the bigger Crucibles. So, it might be good to just get it done a little
Yeah, I
sooner.
think since we like said it was going to be a best of 3, it should be. Maybe in the future we could make it a best of 5 if we want. Vendetta Vic, thank you for the follow. All right. Both players making it into the money. Thanks again, Sir Rectum, for adding some money to the prize pool. And it looks like our first map is going to be Lightshade.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man?
Sorry about that. I'm back.
All good?
Looks like we're ready to
Nice.
go. Awesome.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Grand Finals. Zerg versus Protoss.
Who do you guys think takes it?
As a Protoss, I have to go for a Legacy.
I think 11's a little higher in MMR, but 11 does seem more aggressive, and I think a Legacy has shown very solid defense. So I'm leaning a bit towards a Legacy, but would not be surprised if 11 took it.
Should be close either way. And here in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade, our blue Protoss player, it is E-Legacy.
In the upper left-hand corner, we have our red Zerg from Clan Ashes, 11.
I think your legacy has shown that he's really good against that Link Flood.
Yeah, I think against a lot of cheeses, I think a Legacy is quite strong against. He's a really good defensive player. He's the Diamond League stats. So yeah, 11.
But 11 was just so scrappy in the last series, though.
Yeah, I think he's I'm gonna call him. He's He's the Diamond League Dark. So we got Dark versus Stats.
Like, in a
on
sense.
for you guys. What a treat. What a treat.
Amazing. Stoked for this. So, Legacy, sending a probe into the main here. It's gonna see the pool timing,
Yeah.
gonna see the gas.
And if he's experienced, he should know that this is 15, 14, 14. But as I said, it's a lot harder for a Protoss to notice versus in like a ZVZ. But if any can do it, I believe a Legacy can. And he's starting off with all the right steps. He's going Cyber before Nexus, getting a Zealot out first, finishing the wall. All perfect.
And we saw him hold this really well on the same map, actually.
Yeah, he did hold really well.
True.
But his pylon placement was different. The second pylon was powering the first gateway. Not sure if that'll make a difference.
He also
Well, I believe
doesn't have. He also threw down a shield battery last time, which he has yet to do this time.
Well, I believe the one from Schlong McGee was it wasn't 15, 14, 14.
It did hit earlier, right? It was
Yeah.
hitting about now.
And then because I think he went pool first, did he not? Or he did that weird 14 pool or 14 hatch.
Yeah,
No, I don't remember.
I think he did the 14 hatch opener.
But yeah, this is just like different.
Yeah, especially when this shield battery is about to finish.
The one thing is, I think he has a little too much gas. And
Wait.
Ooh.
Okay, no, he can't quite sneak by this Adept. Good hold by a Legacy so far.
Do they have Chronos? I'd like to see a Chrono dropped. This is still something you gotta consider.
Yeah.
He's really moving on the edge.
Yeah, he needs these Adepts. He's gonna Chrono Boost the 1.
Yeah, I do agree. He took his second gas quite early.
Actually, it's gonna work out for him. He does make the second shield battery.
Being extra safe with that shield battery. Okay, yep, he's gonna go ahead and cancel it. All really good defense from a Legacy so far.
Sentry, good choice.
And just like that, he finds himself up 10 supply. Robotics facility behind
Yeah,
this.
From what we've seen on the V Legacy so far, that's not what I would have advised 11 to try.
11 is taking a third hatch back at home.
Hey. Always worth a shot. Yeah, 11
Yeah.
wasn't as all in as some of the others, right? He built a few more drones after what do you call it? After building his pool. So I think he was on 2 more drones than you typically see on like the most all-in version of 15, 14, 14. That's the version I like doing as well. It's like pretty committed, but you can transition out of it.
11.
Yeah, it wasn't a significant investment. He's actually still down in workers.
He's also opted for both a Baneling Nest and a Roach Warren.
Yeah. I don't know about both. I do feel like you're behind. You do have to cut some corners. I guess he's cutting out layer, which is smart. See, now he's tied up on workers.
Yeah, he's smashing that drone key. Okay. The game's stabilizing here a little bit.
Do you think Legacy takes a third base?
Yeah, I think he should see with the scout. He has a adept kind of. Okay, now he's moving the adept.
Oh. 1 hit point Overlord actually survives. And that would supply block 11. It might be worth it to send that Stalker out to try to get this. At the same time,
Okay. Yeah.
Phoenix Scouts does not see a lair.
I have a feeling he might not. It doesn't look like he is now since he dropped those 2
Yeah,
gateway.
more gates,
pylon.
and he's getting more immortals.
Yeah. Looks like he wants to stay on 2 base and attack within the next like minute.
Yeah,
and
he
a
wants to
half.
do this mid-game kind of push with these Immortals. Probably see a prism after this. Yeah. Okay.
And I think that's a good idea. You know, you want to force the Zerg to
Oh yeah, and
Wow.
even more gateways going down.
Oh. Yeah, so this is, how many gates is this going to be? That's 4.
7, 8
7.
gates with the robo.
Oh, there's 8? There's 7 robo? I think you can fit 8 robo. But I guess he's not, he could take some more gas, but yeah, this is pretty all in.
Okay, the Overlord sees this move out. Warps in and Adept back at home to guard the wall.
He should stop dallying around.
It's time to move across the map.
Because this is going to be quite strong.
Back at home to defend this. It's mostly Lingbane, a couple roaches mixed in as well.
I think Lingbane is kind of what you want here.
Pretty good creep spread.
Yeah, there's not that many sentries, so...
Roach speed
Yeah.
is still a
Lingbane will be good.
decent ways away.
Actually, there's no roaches.
I do like the Bane count though.
But they're
Ooh.
slow, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, slow Banes, and especially with this many Immortals.
Also, it kind of sucks to lose those 2 queens with a lot of energy for free.
Yeah, they would have been huge for transfuses.
Yeah.
Is he just gonna give up the third?
This looks like a close fight to me.
Yeah, it does.
Throwing, but he's not third.
But 11 doesn't seem like he wants to take this fight, and he's going to lose his hatchery, which will supply block him.
Just expand.
Okay, now he's ready to take the fight. Guardian Shield goes up.
Oh, look at that Guardian Shield.
Biles the Prism down.
Ooh.
Good Biles by
Nice,
11.
nice.
And so, does Protoss recall home, or does he take this fight? It looks like he wants to at least give it a shot. Bane's connecting with the... Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, the Bile.
The Banes and the Biles just eliminating every single Zealot.
Is it enough that the Immortal's still alive?
He is eating Bile.
Yeah, so many Biles.
Oh, he's not even... What is with today and people just eating?
Yeah. Good force fields. But I think
More prisms.
a Legacy's got to get out of here. I don't know. Yeah, these Immortals are going to retreat. Stalker's eating Biles. Another Prism shows up. Manages to save one of the Immortals. Biles down the Prism again! 11 looking strong with the Roach Ravengers here.
Yeah, I just think a Legacy just not dodging the Biles and being a little too greedy. Like, I think he kills the third. If he just goes back home, he's in a great spot.
Wow.
I think we've seen today just, you know, people getting really
Yeah, I
about
think after he
killing.
killed that hatchery, he needed to go home. He needed to expand and play defensive for a moment. Instead, he pushed towards the Nat, and it really cost him. He's warping in Adepts. Adepts are not what you want against Roach Ravager.
Ravengers.
Maybe he thought it was going to be more Bane heavy. This is looking rough now for our Protoss.
Yeah.
And Shield Battery eats a couple Biles as well. And he's making Zealots?
Well, he can't make
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't have much gas. Oh, and his Cyber's dead. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man.
Really good patience by 11 to sacrifice that third base before he took the engagement.
Yeah, I agree.
GG.
Wow.
Goddamn. And 11 takes game 1.
Man, we have a lot of people overstaying their welcome today. I feel like the stories of today is just overstaying your welcome, not scouting, people being greedy, and eating Biles to the face.
So many Biles.
So many Biles.
Targeting down both Prisms really just cut the legs off of that push.
Yeah, and like you have to think. Going back to that, 11 had you know, a pretty failed, you know, push. A Legacy was quite ahead, and 11 did what he needed to do, come back.
Yeah, well played by 11 there.
Yeah.
And so we're going to head into game 2 of this best of 3 grand finals. And in the top right-hand corner, down a map, he's got to win this to stay alive. It's our blue Protoss player, a Legacy.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, our red Zerg from Ashes, up 1-0 in the series. It is 11.
Well, then once again, been able to come back from some interesting situations.
People don't dodge vials, man.
Yeah.
It's important to
My
dodge
God.
vials.
Yeah, really good.
Like, especially if there,
Really good Ravager.
if there's only a few units, vials should be relatively easy to dodge. It's more like when there's kind of like a bigger ball, where you're not gonna be able to dodge everything. Where it's like, okay, you're gonna need some vials. So let's see if Legacy goes Cyber before Nexus. I think is the first major decision here for both players opening each standard. He opts to go for Nexus first. I like it. It's a long map, and he's shown he's quite good defensively. So getting that little bit of a macro edge.
Yep, I think that with that combined with the fact that he did see the pool timing, so he knows he's not getting cheesed out by a pool first. He feels safe to take that Nexus. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, and like notice, I think he definitely does know the timing difference of 15, 14, 14 versus like 16, 18, 17. Because all the buildings are in the same order, but it's quite different, and a Legacy's on top of it. So I wonder what we'll see out of a Legacy this game. I think he has liked that, you know, immortal push today.
Yep.
As one of our previous Zergs lamented.
Yeah.
But,
Oh!
no, I think.
He throws down a Stargate right in the vision of 11 here.
Ooh, I like he's mixing it up. Yeah, because I think a Legacy, I've seen him play a variety of builds. He's just really favored that one today. But I know. He's pretty well.
I'm just surprised this Stargate wasn't taken in the main in a place where you could hide it. Having it in the wall is an interesting choice.
I don't mind it, since Stargate is the
It's the standard.
is the safest, and it's also the safest, right? If you put a Robo in the wall, like it's really hard to hold a Link Flood, because the Zerg knows, okay, you went Robo.
Yeah, start printing links.
So,
Right.
yeah. So I think you get like, I might start Oracle first, because you're at this point in the game, you're scared of Link Flood still. But I don't like the Phoenix idea.
Yeah, he's decided to go Phoenix. We got a Bane Nest and +1 melee weapons on the way for the Zerg.
So to me, usually if you see Phoenix now, it's not defensive. And I think what's pretty common is Phoenix charge lot. So you get like a Twilight and a second Stargate.
That might be what we see, as he does have a Twilight Council now.
Yeah, oh, he's making adapts.
Did that
Blades.
Phoenix popped and somehow didn't kill this Overlord? Oh, he rallied it over there. Okay. Not a lot of gateway units here to defend this. And here's a bunch of Lings. Bane's morphing right at his front door. An Oracle would be really nice right now. I think he needs to cancel his Phoenix and make an Oracle.
Yeah, so what's a Phoenix?
Bane smash through.
Dead.
Force field's a bit late.
He's gonna clean up the depths. Oh, gets the other, gets the gateway. Oh, let's see.
Oh no.
He's lifting late. He's lifting late.
Is this how it ends? We've had so many amazing series today.
This is how it ends, Flapjack.
Pylon goes down, and so do a Legacy's hopes. Lings are streaming into the main. This is pain. This is pain.
Yeah.
GG's! 11 with a decisive 2-0 victory.
Quick fights.
Yeah, you can actually tell he's planning it because he stayed in gas and also got a +1 melee. So that's it's also like another interesting way to do a Link Flood. Because your Lings will just do that much damage, and you really want to be eating away at structures.
Wow. All right. That's how it ends.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine getting an Oracle out there, and then his second Oracle would come out. I think he holds.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely needed Oracles.
Um,
Phoenix first really didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the play, but I do like 11's build. I think that +1 melee Link Flood with the Bane Nest is it's pretty effective, and it's not the standard, so I think you might have caught a Legacy, you know, on the back
Yeah.
foot.
Yep.
He's had that shield battery in place every other game when he needed it. Not that time.
Yeah, well, because right, this Link Flood hits a bit later, but it's stronger. But I think, I don't know, good games. I think the first game was really entertaining, and I think overall today we had great games.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a really successful 5th version of the Crucible, and thank you guys for casting.